I agree, Han. Gaslighting children is definitely the best way to educate them, but, where is this going to be in the budget?
Builds resilience.
Well, very much so, but doesn't build finances, my dude. Oh, glad you're all here. Bonjour, mon vieux. Welcome to another episode of Rolling in the Isles with our illustrious exhibition team here for In Medias Resurrection. The second episode, not precisely planned, but then again, this is Pathfinder. It's nothing if not occasionally a bit more, shall we say, sturdy in duration. A fortified game duration, shall we say.
And yeah, just to be clear, because a couple people have asked, people in the audience watching, this is what was supposed to be just a one-shot is now a two-shot. And the idea predominantly is to get the flavor of the campaign, right? As Uncle Roger would say. Is that more or less an accurate description, Bill?
Indeed. It's just something to get across to people precisely what to expect. Or at least an example of what to expect.
Yes, we are, Astro Hopper, we are on episode 2 of actually episode -1. So we are on -2 of 1.
Indeed. And we're currently in talks to arrange the next episode. This is 2 weeks hence from the last one, obviously. But usually I like to run weekly when possible. But again, this will be a change of schedule. We will probably not be going forward with Thursdays. The actual date will remain to be seen. Be that as it may, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a job to do this evening. I believe some of us had a better landing than others last week. Well, last session, rather.
Oh, one more order of business before I forget. Sorry. So I did type it in the chat. This will be more relevant going forward. But if you feel so inclined to want to give a boon or a gift to a player that you think did a particularly good job, or if you want to completely screw over the party for funsies, any super chat over $20, I think is what we decided on, you'll be able to influence, have a wish, right? Bill, do you want to explain it a little bit better of what, and by the way, it can be public or private. You can, we'll have a new Discord set up just for the game, so that if you want to talk to Bill and let him know, let's say like a secret thing that you don't want the party to know about publicly, you can get that set up. I don't know if there's anything else that you would want to add to that real quick. I just thought, for this stuff, it doesn't matter so much because this is kind of a one-shot, but when we get like
as a result, we're locking these, if it were the more expensive,
I would say
stuff, that would be for more long-term play. This being so short-term,
$5, I'd say today. Do it.
It's 20 euro 20? For big stuff.
Okay. If you world-shattering stuff, I'd say, something really major, right?
Yes, that 20 euros will change the direction of play somewhat.
Okay.
5 or something that's like minor boons.
Right. So yeah,
we're going forward from there. Will be the price will be increasing as the egos involved increase too.
Well, again, but that's that way we can all
these can be targeted and can be bullying.
Obviously, not everybody can play the same game at the same time, but this way, if you feel particularly strongly about let's say a particular player or character or a particular storyline and want to influence it that way, we can make it all more interactive and fun. Anyway, sorry, that's the end of my.
And if you're looking to kill off members of Baz Squadron, it's £20 per Baz.
So, the Baz Squadron. Anywho, that's just the end of my shilling, and I hope you guys and gals all enjoy the show. So, sorry, let's get on with it.
Indeed. Let's get. Who would like to recount last fortnight's events? Any takers? Or would you like to? Who would like to volunteer before they're voluntold?
Last time on Rolling in the Isles, some weird cultists got taken to Poundland on a bit of a shopping spree involving
you mean Pound Town?
Copious amounts of violence. No, it's Poundland. It's a store.
Poundland is in the store, not Poundland as in something degenerate.
Exactly. Oh. This is a wholesome show.
Yes, exactly. We will once again end up in the children's section.
After that, we encountered a spooky, scary skeleton who proceeded to pummel some of the party. And after which, he got himself pummeled. Then we went to a bar, did a few things, had a few drinks, and as Saucy egressed to the bedroom, he woke up to find himself in a bit of a situation. I believe that's where we left off last time.
What's that term the UN likes to use about these kinds of situations? A peacekeeping mission? A demilitarized scenario? It's fine, we're just fortifying the encounters. Be that as it may. Saucy, you're now eyes locked on the ceiling as you've woken up. Your arm still hurts. You kind of feel a long tingling coursing down your veins, dancing up your fingertips.
Well, sweaty after the experience of being killed, I quickly get up from the bed and, avoiding the window, having the extreme sense of deja vu, I will avoid the window, whispering to myself, I think I'm ready for you this time, as I will go toward my pack and taking the mirror out of my kit and getting my hat and axe. I will put my hat on the end of the axe handle and raise it slightly toward the window while the rest of me is, of course, not facing the window. And in my other hand, I will angle the mirror and I will wait for a second.
Could you roll me a bluff check, please?
Bird, if you'd be so kind.
You got it. What's your bonus?
So I'll pause the current music and play the new.
No, I'll just roll it. Oh, who cares? Okay. Ooh. I rolled a 3. I don't think whatever bonus you have is good enough to counteract that.
My bluff is a +8.
Okay, so 11.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't hear anything. But you do look out onto the street below, and floating by its lonesome, bathed in red light, is this bright crimson balloon. Appears to be made of perhaps a sheep's stomach, tied with a little piece of twine. It's floating just mildly by itself on the a little ways off the ground. So sort of just floats gently there. There's no breeze to speak of. Just sits there, its cord waving like an imp's tail. Oh. I mistake, the thing did not load.
Seeing that the other building is on fire, so you're all good. Seeing that the other building is on fire and lots of basically shut before, I'm going to all of a sudden call out North FC sub, South FC rolls, and wait for Baz to come breaking the door down. Sorry about that.
North Squad, you hear the sound of disparaging remarks about your people.
You just call me a fucking southerner, they say in unison, as they barge through the door.
The door has been wedged. An iron spike has been hammered in the main right-hand corners, and it appears as though someone has soldered the lock.
I will once again call out, "You got that fucking right, mate? South FC."
In that case, Rob the Boulder will attempt to smash his way through the door using a claw hammer.
Okay.
My plan is going exactly.
Please roll this under.
I see.
It's very clear that if you want to roll a engineering check, you can probably ascertain the nature of what went down here and the skill level of the person who did it.
Fortunately, they're not that educated.
Ah, fair enough.
Yes. Alright.
Roll your damage. Hit handling. You might think to yourself, is it really that hard to hit a door? Yes. It can be.
Sometimes.
Finding the right place to not make it worse.
Okay, Bill, as he barges through the door, I'm going to yell at him to get down.
I think you need to be the one getting down, because as the door basically explodes into a spray of shrapnel,
Okay,
as the top portion, I should say, at the very least, is just sprayed forth like buckshot, pinging off the furniture.
I will tell guys to quickly get down.
They immediately listen.
You don't hear anything.
My character just walks through the door like nothing's happening. What problem? Why you indoor now?
No, don't! As I'm trying to keep, them from getting their heads blown off. There's a fire next door. We need to go, stay down and away from the window. And I'll be...
Why?
Crouching toward the door. And away from the window as far as possible.
I walk in front of the window then.
Oh,
You don't see anything.
bird.
I'm just looking outside the window.
Yeah, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay, let me see here. I'm not a coward, unlike some people here.
I had my crap blown off.
Oh, wait. Plus
Warranted.
8. 24.
Okay. You gaze around, your gigantic bulging eyeballs tracing over every facet of the rooftops. You do note, floating just a little ways off the ground, seemingly of its own accord, is a bright red painted balloon, seemingly made of kind of a sheep's stomach or similar, maybe a lung. With a little
Can I
trailing...
pop the balloon with my radiation ray?
You may try. And probably a more pressing concern is the building next door is on fire.
I mean, that's a problem, but I don't like balloons, so fuck that gay shit. Oh, let me roll an attack to hit a balloon that's far. Okay, it's a +4. Cool. +4. 6! I don't think that hits its
You
touch.
miss the balloon. It seems to drift just out of the way.
Balloon insults.
While this is
I do
going
it
on,
again.
the Bazov Brigade will begin to form a human shield around Sorcy and escort him out of the building, while desperately trying to keep a low profile, insofar as it's possible when you're built like an actual sphere.
I was about to say, looks like you look like a team of the prisoner spheres from the prisoner.
Okay, as they shuffle this loser out, I will do it again. Okay, does that hit a balloon?
It does indeed.
Okay.
Please roll to take your damage.
Okay. 7. Balloon gone. Threat away.
It seems to break apart in a very strange fashion.
What kind of fashion?
As it falls away, you notice that it's no longer giving off kind of a soft reddish glow. It discorporates completely. It doesn't leave behind any remains.
Can I roll a knowledge on the weird balloon pop?
You may. Your knowledge, arcana, or religion.
I have Arcana, I believe, because reasons. Yeah, I have Arcana. I have Arcana and Engineering, the most useful skills out there. Okay,
Can
20.
Alice help with Arcana?
Unfortunately, I don't believe you're upstairs with the others yet. So if you wanted to interject, you may. But he'd have to relay it to you. There's a 20. You know that certain things discorporate upon death? Summoned creatures, certain kinds of ethereal creature, and magical items tend to completely discorporate upon destruction, provided they are below a certain quality.
Okay,
As the backlash
balloon
of the
gone.
magic
Let's leave.
the backlash of the magic reacting with something like your negative energy abilities could cause a chain reaction that could disintegrate the item.
Yeah, balloon gone. No problem. Let's leave.
As you come down the stairs, you are met with a very confused-looking proprietor.
Hello. What problem?
What's with the door? You'll
I
indicate towards
shrug
the
and
back of the
walk
door.
away.
Well, who's going to... Who precisely is going to sort out this door?
Bit of an emergency. Fire next door, and the door's nailed shut for some reason.
Oh, shit! Yep. He'll wander into the back room for a moment and return with what appears to be a heavy-duty fire blanket, I suppose? It's a piece of silvery cloth. And on the other hand, he has a couple of blue glass vessels. You know what the first one is. A fire blanket, simply because you've seen him use it before. Mainly to put out patrons.
I will also explain to him about the other building being on fire and being trapped in a room. Not the best position to be on. There's a fire.
Calm down, this isn't my first rodeo.
Paris will also offer to pay for the door, considering the crab found the gold bars earlier.
Oh, thank you. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really expecting this to work out. But be that as it may, I think we might have a time on our hands to keep that at bay.
Yes, sir, someone is trying to kill me.
He'll turn to you.
Someone is trying
First
to kill me
time?
in my team.
Again, first time? Will it be the first time this week for me?
I will narrow my eyes at the first time comment.
Hey, Bill, is this door locked?
It is.
The front door. Front door is locked. Okay, can I unlock it with disabled device?
You may. We may attempt it, at least.
Okay, I'm using a skeleton key. So I
Okay.
get a plus 10, so it's 18. Oh, a 20.
That's enough. This isn't a very good lock.
Yeah, I just shove a key in, open it, and just push open the door. See? No problem. Let's leave. Door was locked. No more. I step outside.
Okay.
I don't trust any of this. I'll look at the battle squad and go, sorry about having to resort to that, mate, but you do know I like you guys. I was just trying to get the door unlocked, especially after, the big fire.
It's a fairly large fire, but it appears to be located primarily in the rafters next door. It hasn't appeared to have spread to the lower floors. There's actually a chap trying to attend his wagon. He's trying to pull it away from the blaze. It's a bit singed. He's struggling as the axle appears to have been snapped.
Or bloke. Move Saucy out. Ugh. Unless you want to say inside Saucy.
Yeah, move me out. I just go, poor bugger, but not our problem as we are striving to our next. See, I'll look at my little black book to see what's next on the business agenda.
Okay. Could you roll me a perception check, by the way, please?
Is it saucy?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, everyone gets a roll, but saucy primarily.
Okay. What's your bonus, saucy?
+7.
7? Okay. You got a 21. Do I get
Okay.
to remake it since
Everyone gets a roll.
hell yeah.
Oh yeah. So everything else, it just kind of you hear the sound of hooves. That. Probably not expected it to be honest. But except Eris, who hears precisely how close it is.
Oh, how close?
Very. As in, you see a pair of horse-drawn carriages at full gallop, hurtling towards the party. And furthermore, you hear one other thing. Movement from this rooftop. So, Eris, what is your, as you're the person who noticed them earliest, what is your course of action? Were you running a descending order of perception?
I would like to call out careful horses first, and if I could maybe use my one of the hexes to have the hair to like hopefully help people move out of the way.
Okay. I believe your prehensile hair ability gives you 2 natural attacks. Is that correct, or is it just the 1?
1 moment. Let me check.
As those at home, Eris here is a witch, and as part of her hexes that she can choose from, she chose to have prehensile hair. Kind of like your Sindel from Mortal Kombat type.
You should have taken child sense.
There's also a thing that
disappointing.
witches can get where they can literally smell children like a bloodhound.
Yeah, children or animals are not adults yet.
Azos was having a field day that day.
I can use it as my secondary natural attack, but it does not say if it is 2. I'm guessing
I believe it's just 1.
Yes, and just 1.
Oh, the Joe Biden snooper.
I reiterate, Eris has got not taken child scent.
Yes, I have not taken child scent.
It's not that kind of campaign.
No.
Though there are also the more mundane uses of that hex, such as being able to find lost children, or like young animals to rear them, etc. Less nefarious means. However, be that as it may, Eris, you have the means to reach out and drag back one person.
Saucy's character.
Okay, Saucy, you will not. So, Eris, could you roll me a CMB check to drag him?
Very
It'll be
well.
up to him whether he tries to resist.
So CMB.
Yeah,
Okay.
everyone else, I will
That's
need
just a flat 20.
everyone else, I will need a reflex check.
Oh, 11.
Saucy, are you resisting?
Considering I called out careful horses.
I would say no because it would have taken me surprised as well. She called that out, so I wouldn't resist.
One of the Bazov lads has combat reflexes. Would that be in effect for this?
Yes, it allows you to make AOs against the horse, in this case, if he has reach.
He does. Okay, so I'll be able to attack it then.
Yes.
Cool.
I should state there are 2 horses, so you'll have to pick one.
That is fine. As Gregor Woolworth will use one of his fancy abilities called Confront the Predator.
We're getting back to the witch abilities now.
Let's have a look. Goody.
Oh, that will hit handily.
As I will hit the horse with a barbed spear, which has brace.
Now, for a barbed spear, you'd have to brace it beforehand to get the brace bonus.
Confront the Predator allows me to do it as an immediate action.
Why did I think that? No, that was going to be the case.
Okay, so this is going to be dumb. I don't apologize.
I wouldn't expect you to.
As the horse gets hit for a good, wholesome amount of damage.
Well,
Why is it
Times
times
10?
10?
Fuck.
What?
What do you mean wholesome
Well,
damage of 200?
you hit this motherfucker so hard he turns into lasagna on the spot. Which one is it, by the way? Left or right?
It will be this one, and I will attempt to bull rush its gory remains into the other one as a reaction, using follow through.
Roll it.
God.
Now, these are big, heavy cob horses, so there's a lot of flesh involved here.
As Gregor just calls out, "Watch out, boss!" Basically,
I was about to go as if he was about to fail, and was like, wait, what?
he will basically bull rush this horse into the other one, so the cart kind of veers off to the side.
Fucking power builds, I swear to Christ.
Yes.
Okay, as the first one is reduced to the consistency of Findus lasagna, its shattered remains hit its compatriot so hard in the mouth that it is veered off course. As a result, everyone, only the very furthest right section will have to make a reflex save, and it'll be against much lighter damage than it would have been if it would have been a head-on collision. You will not be taking trample. You will just be taking incidental impact damage. So, rightmost flank, a easy reflex save, please,
All right.
to avoid being hit with the hub of the wheels.
Why the fuck did I make this party this way? Well,
Little
this
Mustera, don't you
half of the
think?
party. Okay, this for Constable Maggot. The Grand Vizier.
I'll just a straight up carriage. I'll just use this one.
And Rob the Boulder will choose to just accept the damage in order to return the favor somewhat, as he will attempt to belly bounce the horse into the wall using returned recoil.
Okay. Roll your recoil check. It's just a straight up bull rush, I believe, is it not?
Yeah, pretty much. Dealing unarmed damage.
As the horse and carriage are launched bodily through the glass window front of the boutique shop across the street, and literally cause at the building.
Get some down here, you puff.
You've actually, you've hit this thing hard enough to slightly destabilize the building as the roof above sags.
Also,
Though those taking
I'm
damage.
just gonna look over impressed at just the mayhem.
7 points of bludgeoning damage for those who were affected. Say if you save, you do not take damage at all.
Zalmas
And I
sent
just go-
in a super chat for
Oh.
$19.99 saying, "There's a number of random landmines in the world now. Watch your step."
Thanks, Samus.
Thank you, Zalmas. Very
Appreciate
cool.
Zalmez with a masterful example of how to run that shit. Like just tasty enough. Not too
That
much.
was-
too little.
Thanks, Sam. That's super cool. I'm just
Think
gonna
like
look over.
You gotta
it
think
now.
like you're writing JoJo with these kinds of things. What makes it the most fun?
I look over at the horse and I look over at the building and I look at that.
What horse?
one
There's
of the
no
best.
horse left. There's just lasagna spread across. It looks like a jar full of gazpacho got hit with a fucking concussion grenade.
You got fucking
I'm
pig
looking at what's
fisted,
left
dude.
of it. I'm looking what's left of it, and I look visibly impressed, going, "There was definitely a reason why I hired you, and I think I made the right choice."
Whole area smells of offal.
Constable Maggot just sort of mutters under his breath. Wait, what if they were just random civilians passing by?
They don't appear to have been drivers. And the horses look quite spooked right before they exited the mortal coil at about 500 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, they went like super.
You hit the first horse with enough force that its head, its skull's propelled out of its anus.
It's fine, boss. They were speeding anyway.
They were actually, to be fair. And there is actually there is a proviso in local laws that, especially in Swag Key, a speeding horse may be put down for the sake of public interest. This was a rule established so that that during famines and during sieges, the locals could kill and eat horses without legal repercussion. Also, it added the added bonus of keeping foreign nobles directly out the fuck of Swag Key, because no one wants to go down a street and have their horse eaten out from under them.
I just look over and go, "None of our concern. I mean, they shouldn't have been charging right at us." And I'll just shrug and go, "Good work."
Welcome to Swag Key. Your horse will be up on bricks by the end of the day.
As an aside, I love the concept of some noble toff, galloping through the streets, and then suddenly out of a window, a bill hook just
I like
swipes away his
the
legs.
idea of he's riding along and his horse is getting slowly shorter.
Have shit in Swaggy.
It's getting trimmed down like a kebab as it's going through the streets.
Swag Key, the only place where your horse wakes up in a bathtub full of ice. Because,
Can't have
right,
shit.
you now are left with one very badly damaged store front and one flipped over cart. Would you like to inspect any of the wreckage, or just get a shuffle on? By the way, there's one very confused looking cart owner around the corner. Just going, what on earth?
Constable Maggot just sort of looks him in the eyes and says, "No speed in here."
Well, I get the idea, officer. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We're just keeping the local community safe.
Keep up the good work, officer.
Move along, sir.
You do us a service.
This is
Yeah,
an active crime scene. As Rob the Boulder will then sort of trot over to the cart.
The man will awkwardly attempt to drag his cart off of the street. He's doing quite well considering the size of the thing. Swaggy locals tend to be a bit burly, and this is clearly some kind of retired stevedore.
Not sure as a friendly local would be a shame if you were to hit a landmine.
Well, it's the funniest thing you say that. No. You'll trot on. But, could everyone roll me a perception check who has rounded this corner? Well, yeah. Everyone here.
Yeah, sure.
If you're
I got it.
outside of the building, please roll.
Sure, roll the 2.
You don't see shit. Well, that's
Don't
not true.
see
You
shit.
do see some things.
+7 on my roll bird.
You're in the building because Penny took you inside, and you haven't said anything since.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't.
You and Mott will notice what's spilling out of the cart. The cart is a covered wagon, and someone has bundled nothing but heavy leaden weights, like boxes and barrels of fishing weights, and old broken iron shod wagon wheels into the cart. It was freakishly over capacity. Like, this would not pass muster from a traffic stop. The local guard would have shot the owner on principle. We're talking full on like truck license required to drive this cart. Rob, however, notices this. As I just go to it's on the token there, I believe. As the colour of the candle is always by the privy, does something peculiar. It changes colour to a deep blue.
I roll
Harry,
something.
come have a look at this. You're the wizard after all.
Can I look at? Do any roll?
Fucking hat gets me every time.
As Harry will start inspecting it. Any particular knowledge check that would be relevant
Arcana.
for this?
Or
He
local.
isn't trained in Arcana. I'm going to use local instead then.
Yeah, luckily, local folklore is I include under local as well.
Cool.
So, while people roll, another super chat from Daniel R. for 1999. Birds now carry laser pens that temporarily blind people.
Well, Bird, this bodes very well for you.
Amazing.
Something very interesting has occurred.
Yes. What happened?
Thank you, Daniel. By the way,
You check your pocket and you find an old wand you made back in your university days.
Yes. He gets a big
it's an
Muppet grin.
These are one of the first things you'd learn to make in any kind of wizarding academy.
The one I went to.
Well, I get the feeling that you probably were drafted into one because they weren't quite aware of what you were, and you were quickly shuffled out the back door when they realised that, technically speaking, you're both a radiation and cognito hazard.
Drug. Yes. Now.
More importantly, yes, this is basically a laser pointer. It works like one. If you cast it at someone, you get a bonus to hit them.
Ooh.
If you aim it into their eyes, you can roll a dirty trick check to blind them. No, I didn't mention a duration on how long that lasts, because it will depend on the person, what they're wearing. If they're wearing glasses, it's going to be a wrap for y'all, I'm not going to lie.
Thank you. I'll write this down into my sheet.
Please do. Has anyone else got avian blood? Looking at you, Bazdog.
No, it's just a dog.
What's his name?
Just because
He's so
the blood's
adorable.
in
What's
his
his name?
teeth.
Little Nate. You want to know his last name?
We'll leave that one to a surprise.
I don't know.
Everyone will have to vote with their wallets, and if we want a holiday special, when we follow the adventures of Nate the Northern Dog, that'll be up to them.
Of course, everyone in the chat is also feel free to speculate what little Nate the dog's last name is.
We don't want to ruin the surprise.
I just said they can speculate. I didn't say it'd be correct or not.
We disavow. Be that as it may.
Yeah, what's the blue light, though?
It's a bright blue light. Though you do know, from local folklore, there are old pieces of legend about when you start a flame, if it switches to blue or green, it usually means that something's afoot. Green is traditionally for witchcraft, blue is traditionally for some kind of misfortune on the wind.
Oh, so isn't it like, someone throwing, like, fucking magnesium into the flame to
Well, that
just
does it
change
too, but there's an old local legend that it's an omen.
Oh, okay. I was using science, sorry.
I should probably expect so. You are literally all your moveset runs on radiation.
Just because I glow green doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean you work for the federal government.
I sure hope that light isn't etherite blue.
No, it's kind of a dull. It's a deep navy blue.
Hmm.
Kind of a,
Don't see that too often.
well, yeah, it's not quite black light where it's like that's a mercury lamp. You wouldn't be able to get that with a candle.
Right.
But it's right next to the privy.
That's odd. Rob, you have a look at it. Alright.
I'll
Yes.
fall behind this meat shield. I mean, valuable member of the party.
Rob has been taught from an early age to use his head. You will sort of trundle over and pick up the lantern.
Yep, you should be able to manipulate the token. It is an actual movable asset.
Huzzah.
Burning a bright blue. And the privy door is occupied.
Can I knock on the door?
You may.
Okay, I knock on the door. Get out! Fire! Knock, knock, knock.
There is no reply.
Just, out of curiosity, Bill, where's the door? Is it to our south or
It is
over here?
to the north of the privy.
Right.
So it faces out this way.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
So this you'd be going this way to
Yes.
actually look at it.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna lockpick the door then.
Okay. It's a very simple jump. Don't roll one.
Okay, I got it.
You literally take a coin, put it on into the little slab, the screw, and click it open.
Okay, I open it
Okay, before we do that, can you position yourself where you're going to be when you
Okay.
open the door?
up. Where's the door? I'll probably be the closest to the door then. Sorry.
At top.
Like right here? Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, then I'll be right there. Kinda off, little center, you know. My old tricks of getting in and out of university after I get kicked out, is coming in too now. As I kinda like move with the door. Does the door move out or in?
It moves out.
Okay, yeah, I kinda move with the door with an eye poking
Door swings
over,
open.
looking in.
It is so badly fitted it skims the opposing wall. But you hear like a strange, mild, like clicking noise.
What's in
Give
the
anything-
bathroom, Bill?
Okay, as you open the door all the way and kind of, are you going to shimmy past?
Yeah, I
Um,
poked like my head over like a cartoon, you know?
It's kind of
Oh.
a tight fit. You'd have to let the door go all the way past and then move around.
Fair enough. I'll do
And
that.
are you leaving a through route for Baz, or are you closing the door behind you?
I'll
you
move
flush with the
I'll keep an exit route for me because coward and heart always have to have ways to run away.
Okay, as you open, what you
Yes.
find inside appears to be a small, ornate clock.
Does this look like a clock that would be strapped to a bomb, Bill?
No, usually they have what's called hourglass bombs.
Mm-hmm.
No, this isn't one. It seems to be a
Can
regular
I
clock.
roll knowledge engineer on the clock then? This would be under engineering, right?
You may.
Okay. Okay, and at 20.
Okay. You spot this before you set it off. As you pick up the clock, written on the clock face is a ornate swirl of what languages do you speak?
I speak a couple. I speak Common, Tenku, Necral, Infernal, and Abyssal.
Written in Necral across the face of the clock are the words "Think fast."
I will think fast.
And right inside where the pendulum would normally be, some asshole has fitted a Sisterlash bomb, which is a small flash bomb However, you have managed to keep it. You managed to spot it beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
It's not disarmed, but you've not set it off. As long as you keep pressure on it, it should be fine.
Can I disarm it then?
You may. But it will take your full attention. I will warn you, like, this is going to be quite in-depth if you do not set this thing off.
I understand.
Could the Baz use Siege Engineer to help out?
You may. But again, it's going to be a fiddly process. It's going to take... You can not have, like, limbs free if you do this, so...
I did take a bomb-making class at my university, Bill.
Part of the hairy wizard division.
You're a jihadist, Harry.
I disavow here. If I'm going to be any form of fucking authority...
Seamus Finnegan and the Lunchbox of Wonders.
I was going to thank you.
Like wondering where your limbs have gone. Okay, that's 22.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you handle it with a click. You unhook the bomb from the pressure-sensitive door, unfold it, and you have a nice, fancy Sistelesh stun bomb. A flash bomb that will actually stun people in close range. However, it does somewhat distract you. As... What's your CMD? Flat-footed?
Flat-footed. Let me see how shit... Oh, so I minus the 2, like a 10?
Okay.
I'm wearing fucking ceremonial silken armor, Bill.
Something grabs you by the back of the head, from between your beady, gigantic eyes. It's strange that would be both. And you are yanked behind the corner. At which point, you are met with a wondrous sight.
Can I make like a eep?
Yes, yeah. In fact, you're going to want to. As you have been ambushed by the stealth mammoth.
Oh no, not the why?
Not the stealth mammoth.
Atop the mammoth is this burly, like titan of a man, stripped to the waist, wearing nothing but a waistcloth. In one hand, he carries this heavy bone harpoon, lugged with iron and spikes. In the other hand, he carries what is very clearly a Molotov cocktail.
I start screaming like a little bitch that I am. Help! Help! Ah!
Oh, you're running! Everyone roll me initiative, please, and get that fat fuck back where he was.
Oh, God.
Can I have a picture of a fucking stealth mammoth, please?
I will do just that. In fact, I'll do one better than that. As we move to the next song. Where is it?
Hey, Saucy, what's your initiative?
Behold!
Oh, we're fucked.
Corin Kriegod.
Oh, God.
Roll me knowledge, call those who have it.
Sure.
My initiative would be 19.
As there's a mighty trumpeting from the back alley.
Oh no.
So heavy it shakes the foundations of the bar.
Knowledge local. Can I roll it if it isn't a fast skill?
Yes, but you can only get so far. Basically, you'll get the local level rumors, you won't get the industry stuff.
That is fine.
Okay.
Hey, Saucy. Sorry.
My initiative is +4, Bird. Sorry, out of
Okay.
line. Also, do I hear birds screaming?
Yes, I am
Everyone is.
screaming like a little
Followed by a loud
bitch.
trumpeting that literally shakes the earth.
18 on knowledge local.
Okay, 18 knowledge local. You've heard of Kriegod. He's infamous. He's a member of the Assassin's Guild.
Oh, fuck.
Well then.
He's also the arsehole who has been parked outside the town, trumpeting his mammoth and doing laps of the city and keeping everyone awake. So he's about as popular as Ebola. Goran
Hell
is
yeah.
infamous for his flashy assassinations. He's who you hire when you want to make an example of someone.
Motherfucker. My curiosity about bombs have doomed me again. Okay.
Has everyone rolled their initiative?
I rolled Saucy's.
Oh, I need to add one for Saucy.
No, I
Oh, no,
already got it.
Never mind, I'll
Yeah,
fix that
he's
one.
at top.
Crowd is
Okay.
acting on my turn.
Okay, excellent.
I'm on top of things, Bill. I may not like
Makes a
sauce,
change.
but-
As a joke, as an inside joke. Be that as
Saucy-
it may. Oh god, Saucy's going first. We're fucked.
Oh yeah. You're about like 65 feet away from us, and it's a tight squeeze.
By the way,
Okay.
Bill, would you
Yes.
mind moving the lantern to the foreground layer?
I should be.
Just right-click on it and then move to front.
Yeah,
So
Sorry, I should have been moved to front previously.
I don't owe money to this mammoth guy.
roll 20 is a
Bill?
bit finicky with that.
It resets every now and then. I had a problem with it earlier.
Yeah, it happens whenever you add new tokens.
Ugh.
What were you
Not
saying,
very
Saucy?
reasonable.
I said I don't owe money to this mammoth guy, right?
Not that you're aware of. You have the common sense not to interact with Goran. He's a member of the Goltish Assassin's Guild, so he doesn't usually come here very often.
What?
You see,
That
they
is
hire when the Grey Gardeners can't bring someone to the guillotine. They hire him to go down to wherever they are, wrap his mammoth's trunk around their neck, and pull their head clean off their shoulders. His nickname was Old Sandpaper because of his old method of assassination of having his mammoth grab someone from the back of the skull and drag them face first across cobblestones.
Oh, fucking. Good thing I'm still alive then.
Goran himself fights with a harpoon and a Molotov cocktail. And yes, those of you who rolled over a 20 on Knowledge Local know that Goran is infamous for paying people to smuggle his mammoth into town, usually in shipping containers, where he can then ambush people with it.
That's
Takes
actually
an
very
enormous-
hilarious.
Takes an enormous amount of pre-planning, but his mammoth was born mute.
Good for it.
We don't know white trumpets today.
However, it is Saucy's turn as he rolled the 22.
Yes. The Source Man cometh. What is your turn?
One time I rolled good for fucking initiative, and it's fucking Saucy.
He is known as the dice curse for a reason.
She'll save you, bud.
Your spiritual liege. Saucy, are you there? Are you alive? He has suffered a brain problem.
Has another
No.
customer come into the store with a hammer?
That motherfucker.
Wrapped in a plastic bag.
Actually, we just had an ambulance show up.
What is with your work? For reference, we always didn't have this session because someone's coworker got busted for drugs.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Every fucking time.
Can't have good shit in Detroit.
Sorry. So I'm gonna try and make my way toward birds screaming, and that's what I'm gonna spend my action. Sorry.
Okay.
Because
You can double move and get. No, you are not. I've moved you closer. You're about 60 foot away from me, or like 65 feet away from me, in a tight alley squeeze, you know?
Bird movement.
I'm gonna try and make my way there.
You could double move and get very close to me. I can move
I'm
you in
just
a
gonna
place
do a
where-
regular.
I'm going to rule that the Baz Brigade being so, close to being basically a hill of flesh, I will greatly decrease the acrobatics required to vault over them.
Rotund.
I'll
Oh,
just
I'm
move you.
traveling with the Bat Squad. Like I said, I got shot earlier. here.
But if you need to get
So,
over them, I'm saying they are easier to jump over because of this. They are built like those anti-homeless people rocks they make.
He's
They're built
built
like those. They're kind of easy to jump over, but you wouldn't want to fuck around.
Hostile
with them,
architecture.
I will just call out, let's go, Baz, as I jump over them, and I will do a regular movement, and that'll be my turn. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, if you're going to do a regular mode, you can only get here then. Okay.
I like the idea that the back
Yeah.
fat gives you more purchase as you're climbing over.
Exactly, I'm full
It's like
over
running
the
up
Baz.
a it's like running up a non-Newtonian fluid.
What's your bonus to
Like a stairmaster
acrobatic
made of
then?
meat. Escalator man. There's a character concept. But so Dutch double movement for the.
No, he's only moving once, and I moved
Okay.
him as such then.
Acrobatics is +2.
Okay, +2, like a couple times. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna for that roll. I'm not even gonna penalise your movement speed.
Okay.
Just fly over
The first one, like use him as a fucking vault.
boulder.
Okay, yeah, that's his turn then,
Okay.
I guess.
Oh no, he just ignores with that roll. He can just ignore the bazes as terrain.
Yeah.
If he's got more movement, he can move more.
He, as far as I know, he has 30 foot of movement, and I moved him 30 feet.
Okay. Any other actions? As you hear a mighty trumpeting from around the corner, and hear a bunch of high-pitched bird shrieking.
Oh no!
I have a plan.
From Little Nate, Escalator Man, sponsored by Boston Dynamics and Planned Parenthood. Where's a bottle of gin when you need one? But Saucy, any other actions? He has died! Oh,
Let's take that definite silence as a no and go on.
It's all fun and games until you run into the boxing coach with the claw hammer and the plastic bag.
speaking of which,
Yeah, speaking of.
you can run, but you can't
Rob.
Sam hide.
We'll rush over to try and help out Bird. Alright, what's this about then?
There's a fucking mammoth.
Let's see.
Oh, that's unfortunate, Baz. You moved for a threatened square.
Oh well.
As you're about to be hit with a bird.
Baz will use an immediate action to shield himself.
Okay, what is your AC?
The AC of Rob is 17.
Oh. Oh dear. What's your CMD?
Unfortunately, it slams against total cover.
Ah.
Plot thickens.
You get to ignore the awesome blow attachment to this. As what size is Mott? Bird, what size is your character? Size is your
Medium. I'm sorry. I had to go to the bathroom real quick. I'm medium,
Sorry
but
about
I'm
that,
like
no other
4 something.
Okay.
I'm 4'9". But
And
I'm
what's your
still
strength
medium.
mod?
My strength is a -2.
Rules is rules.
I'm sorry, what's happening?
Oh, he's using like a flail, so I use your strength score, not his.
Oh, thank Christ.
-1.
So Bill, funnily enough,
Always
this
a minimum of 1, but
attack provokes an attack of opportunity. Could I attempt to blade bind
The bird?
the long nose thing? Flanking on the
Unfortunately, the way that he's holding him by the leg at this point. So he's
I
using
see.
him like a reach weapon. Basically like a spike chain.
Right.
A proper spike chain. That's
Beak chain
2d4
almost.
two-hander fucking bullshit. It's a reach weapon. The whole point.
Right.
So you could blade bind your compatriot and possibly save him from a grisly fate.
Nah, it'll be fine.
See, this is why you don't lead with the tusks. You always lead with the ally of the party. Because it makes them think about it. But you do have the floor is yours now if you wish to visit violence upon people.
He will. Would I be able to step in? No, probably not. It's blocked by the wall. So just move.
So, it's 1 point damage minimum on rolls that have negatives. Just one from that. Bird, you also take 1 point damage.
Okay.
Motherfucker, got it.
These are not reduced by the.
And you know what? I'm just gonna go for this because it's funny. I'm gonna attempt to. Actually, can I? Yeah, fuck it. I'll attempt to trip the mammoth by just smashing it in the kneecap with the claw hammer. I should mention it is a comically oversized claw hammer. At that.
It's one of those Halligan tool ones.
Yeah. Okay. 36. Oh, I should mention, Rob the Boulder counts as gargantuan.
Okay. It's okay. The mammoth counts as colossal. But spotting the mound of flesh running around the corner, Goran will rear back on the reins, and by reins I mean literally just one spike chain per side of the creature, rearing it up onto its rear legs as your hammer just passes under it. It moves with a tremendous amount of speed for a creature of this size.
Impressive.
Mounted combat feat is really underrated.
It really do be.
It's a first party parry, like, what else can you ask for?
Honestly, Cavaliers in general kind of overrated, or underrated, I should say.
Very much so.
Okay. Let's see.
You're gonna have to try better than that, lad.
Let's see.
So I try to pick an accent for this character.
Harry Plummer peeks around the corner and screams, "Magic missile!" And he will throw a brick.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought.
At the guy atop the mammoth. Okay. Just double check the bonus. Right. Bruh.
Oh no!
What happened?
Your brick goes wide.
Bruh. Now for the second brick. Does that hit?
Yep. The second brick will hit. However, as it happens, I spec into Toxifylite on this character. So I get a counter shot with my harpoon.
Bruh.
That ain't no slap. As unfortunately, you see your brick parried soundly by a wildly swung harpoon. It's not even flung like a proper harpoon. It's thrown like a big boomerang. That's the sheer
This
bloody
motherfucker is ratchet as shit.
You get more. Hey, if you throwing to parry, it's the easiest way.
Respect that.
And the harpoon is it's not your standard just tapered javelin type harpoon. It is this heavy duty, curved, hafted harpoon intended for a lobbing throw with a nice arcing trajectory. And also can be flung very well as a knob carry. Which is a Zulu weapon, boys and girls.
Okay.
He reels it back in.
Harry, as some of the other Norv lads, will move up closer by. That'll be it for my turn.
Good.
I would like
Eris.
to attempt to leave the bar, because earlier I tried to move out of it and it didn't work.
Okay, check. Did I fuck up like the... Oh, I think you got caught behind the door.
Yeah, hold on.
me
Can I just
remove
be
that from
next to
the-
the crab? Just like here.
Yeah.
Okay, very cool.
I'm going to delete the door from the lighting map. It seems to be fucking with things.
The crab will move up next to Nate. While Eris would like to start a Discord call with the party. Now
There we
then,
go.
as far as I remember, we set it up as it being a psychic network. This way, Eris will know what the fuck is going on.
That's a mammoth, and it still has bird.
Okay. Eris will also move up behind the crab and just ready in action to take a 5-foot step if anything comes too close. Which I doubt, but yeah. That is it for our end.
Okay. Mott, you are currently in the grasp of a mammoth. Not a baby mammoth, a full-size mammoth.
What do I know about this bomb I just disarmed?
It emits a gigantic... it's a photo-emitting fungus that upon getting hit with kinetic energy transfers it into a bright flash of blue light that when it hits the back of your retina, it causes your brain to hard reset and stuns you for a round. Up to 4 rounds.
Okay. Through the psychic network, I tell everyone to close their fucking eyes as I do the same. And I'm going to throw this at, like, in a way where it hits both the rider and the mammoth itself.
It's a broad enough effect that you can hit both of them fairly easily.
Okay.
It has to be very far forward on the mammoth.
Okay. Do I need to roll to attack, or can I just...
Yes, please.
I can't just open it up right
Tell you
on
what,
me.
You can roll. You can just point blank it, but I'm going to need a sleight of hand check to avoid it being seen.
Okay. I got this. Okay. Another thing that Mott was good at was cheating at cards. So, Mott's a horrible person. So here's the hand. 17.
Go on, look at you. You crafty little blighter, you. And in response...
Oh, it wasn't good enough, was it?
No. Come on, you know how you're a bird?
Yeah.
Good. Because you're currently you're now over here about 80 feet in the air.
I can't fucking fly!
Oh no.
But you're about to have to learn.
So I didn't get the fucking bomb off.
There's an almighty... As you open your eyes, you're falling through the air. I'll be kind, you probably did get the check off in time, but you were introduced to the stratosphere in the interim.
Yay!
Okay. You're in luck. Because this bomb is a will save. And mammoths do not have a very strong will save. As the mammoth rears up, trumpets, doot, and just... It seems like it's screaming, but it's not emitting any noise of its own. It just kind of has a muted doot, and flails around wildly. It seems to be in a lot of discomfort.
I hope the bomb's
Goran is holding on for dear life. Like oh no! Oh no! No! Oh no! No! Shit!
Okay.
Calm down.
I guess that's my turn then.
Out of respect for your plumage, I'll allow you one round to think of something before you hit the stone.
Thank you.
Goran's turn. Unfortunately, his mammoth is stunned, so he will have to make a survival check. And fails it miserably, having rolled a 2, so his mammoth will not get an action this turn. However, he still does have 2 things going for him. A harpoon and a Molotov.
I hope you get massive penalties because of Mammoth.
Honestly, the mammoth is so physically large, he's basically just a terrain piece when it's not doing its job.
Fair enough.
Alright, gotta handle this myself. As he'll hop off the mammoth and onto the rooftop next door.
Which one was that?
That is Goran. He'll hop off onto here.
Okay, gotcha.
For the sake of ease, as I wasn't expecting to have to use a standalone image of him, please enjoy this picture of one of my previous characters dressed as Sam Hyde. I've accidentally put on the wrong fucking layer.
Did you put it on the map layer?
No, I actually did put it on token layer, which should be...
Okay.
Oh, man's job is never done. As he moves across the rooftops. As he gets to this rooftop here. Hey, wee man! Catch! As he just dead throws that Molotov directly downwards into the alleyway.
Bill, I have a question.
Yes?
Ranged attacks provoke attacks of opportunity, right? If they're within a threatened area.
Yes, he is currently he's 2 stories up, so he's a solid 30 feet off the ground.
Okay. In that case, this wouldn't apply.
Does one of your guys have catch out of air or something?
Nah.
I would allow you I'll allow you a sleight of hand check if you want to try and grab it in your Tesco bag.
Yes.
But it has to be sleight of hand, not attack rolls. Because this is a matter of manual dexterity.
Bill, I suggest you...
I'll also allow profession cricketer.
What about profession siege engineer? Actually, no, I'm somehow better at sleight of hand.
Also, so can we have a quick look at the enemy's token? You know how you
yeah,
should
like
be?
full screen that bitch.
Oh, yeah, it's Shift Z, I think.
Yeah.
There we go.
Please ignore the sword made of sunlight. That was a specific weapon. Don't worry about it.
He doesn't have that
Thanks, my friend.
ratchet shit.
But really, thanks to my friend Captain for making this for me. And the myriad
I
other
think that's
variations.
the Molotov.
Yeah, exactly. Saucy's about to get the flambe treatment. So we need to beat DC 11. It's actually surprisingly close to failing. Oh, I don't believe this shit. Okay. It is. This character has a +10 to his ranged. Ah, but I've got elevation. Do you have a +1 to what you can think of? Because then you need to beat beats.
Let's see.
Would him announcing it help? in any
That's
way?
what allowed him to make the check, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
If I could get a bonus from it being an improvised weapon, then I get a +2.
And it's kind of its intended purpose there.
Hmm.
So what I'll roll is this. As the Molotov falls down, I will allow you to change it from a direct hit to Saucy's face to being a splash. As you hold up the bag, it goes straight through the bottom of the bag and hits the ground, but you veered it off so it doesn't hit Saucy right in the face with the ceramic container.
Yeah, I was gonna say, could I just, like, instead shield Saucy
Yes.
using Constable Maggot?
Okay. And I'll roll. This is a fairly potent roll, I think. You notice that as the Molotov detonates, there's this thunderous crack. And it is... ...12 damage to the bag, and everyone else takes 5. As you can pass a reflex save for half.
It's Saucy. What's your reflex?
Constable Maggot will just look up and say, "Right, son, that's destruction of government property."
Who has to make reflex saves, by the way?
Just Saucy and Maggot.
At Saucy.
Peter, why not add a little arson to the list?
I'll just
Bill,
roll a
Could I
straight.
forego the reflex to instead give Saucy and aid another to his, using Constable Maggot, as I'm basically, like, trying
Yeah.
to shield him? No, right?
No, we just need to know what his reflex bonus is.
Just roll a flat d20, that check isn't that high. Yeah, with these.
Alright, guys. It is, like I said, I'm getting a little busy. My reflex is +4. So, fairly decent.
+4, what's the add another bonus? Like 7 or something? I'll
Say
just roll.
+2.
Okay, so a 9?
Saucy, you're on fire.
Let me -5 HP from you. Heard the player is very happy for this.
He gets +7 from aid another.
Oh.
+7 in the case.
I'm hitting him with my cannon my next turn. Or
Wait a second.
whoever.
Hold your horses,
better-
that's your next turn.
So it's total. Did it beat 15? That's what I'm asking.
It's 14.
Yeah, it would be a 14. Nah.
Unfortunately, you'll do the full that 5 then.
Yeah. And it is on fire currently.
That was his turn.
Fun.
Saucy, it's now your turn.
Now you can do your cannon.
Saucy, it's your turn.
Saucy!
I do
I don't know,
believe
take-
he mentioned that he wants to shoot
Yeah.
the person with a cannon.
What would attract Saucy to come back?
Clowns. Red
Short stack goblin
Yeah,
clown
short stack-
with big tits.
And
Yeah,
red
short
hair.
stack goblin clown with big tits. Saucy, we are calling you. Short stack. There's a short stack goblin with big
So-
tits around
Saucy,
here.
And
someone's
red
about to roll
hair.
above a 5. Someone is about to roll off above a 5. This is not a drill.
Oh well, maybe.
Saucy, it seems someone is lucky.
So we'll come back to him.
Yeah.
He's on fire.
Yep.
The Basil Battalion, you're up. There was a stunned as shit mammoth in front of you.
Right. In that case, Harry Plummer will take it upon himself to cast one of his most powerful spells, telekinesis, as he throws a brick at the mammoth. I hate this character so much.
You chose your fate.
So what are you complaining about? You're the one who made it.
You have selected your own personal hell.
That will hit.
Okay,
But not by much. These hide is very tough.
that's fine.
Wouldn't it be flat-footed because of
Yes, why he hit.
Okay,
So
just making sure.
again, just doing this because it's a one shot. As
I
he
did tell him to go ahead.
As the mammoth gets impaled by a brick, it will essentially. Check this. The mammoth will then be used as an improvised object and thrown 1,500 feet in that direction.
Are sure you don't want to fling him this way? He might be able to save Bird from gravity.
No.
Just stop believing in gravity. That'll work.
Harry Plummer is a man of
gravity.
Of a singular focus.
Roll your...
So, first of all, he takes a flat 18 damage. And...
Not much of which gets through his DR, but...
That's fine.
Enough to upset it, certainly.
Yeah, so Bill... He's Is he actually colossal, or just like...
He counts as colossal. He is huge.
Okay, he's huge. So for every 5 feet that he travels... Well, that he would have traveled beyond an object, he will take 2d6 damage.
To be honest, he's large enough he's going to go through most objects. I'll just add the extra damage up.
Oh my god, it's literally the cartoon thing of a fucking character going through all the fucking houses.
You have
It's like
caused an
in-
enormous amount of collateral damage.
It's like in Warframe, where if you hit a creature with a bow that does way too much damage, it just flies off into the
ragdolls it.
stratosphere. Yeah.
Okay. The poor mammoth is currently nailed to a fountain 3 streets away. Someone throw that man to the GM lair. It's alive, but it's beat to shit. But it's trained out its face. It's got a brick straight between its eyes. Luckily, it's already a mammoth, so it's not that bright to begin with. But it's out of the fight for the foreseeable future. So it will be a while before it can free itself.
And the Grand Vizier will look over at Bird, who's still falling down, and say, "That's how you use magic. Your wand will and poof." Back in my day, we didn't need no wands.
Saucy, are you available for your turn yet?
Seems not.
It's not.
Bruh.
We have to collect all of our energy into summoning Saucy. Use like the spirit bomb, but instead just think about short stack goblins. Put your energy into that. That's how you
The
retrieve.
spirit bomb.
Give me just a
Precisely.
sec. Sorry, I've got
Wait.
Why?
Guys, what?
Work.
Saucy, go.
We don't know.
He said, give him a sec.
Yeah,
For those in the cheap seats, he's currently working a job.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
right.
someone got
Loser.
busted for drugs. Like,
What a loser
at
working a
work.
job. Great, yeah. Wow. Excellent messaging. All right.
remember to share this show with your friends so I can stop doing mine.
God damn it. No. I mean, do your job. Don't shame people for working.
Go sauce.
Well, unless it's Saucy. Again, summon him back from his job.
Saucy,
using
are you
short
back?
stacks.
No, I think
No.
he asked for us to wait
For
a
a
second.
second. Eris, you're up in the interim.
Could I roll
Bonus.
perception
You just sort of-
for
I'm
Mott
not-
to see?
I'm not going to make you roll because you just round the corner and you go, whoa, as he flies across the clearing. This area is
Like,
very
do
well
you
lit.
have the sound effect, Bill?
Not currently. I do, however, have this.
I can send the effect your way.
Fuck.
I have it. This is a recording of Nuka dropping a beer. I also
Yeah,
have this.
basically.
How'd you play it?
That was good. Is that?
Did you play it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear it. Oh.
You're not in the fucking roll
Oh.
20, so you can't hear it.
I didn't know you played it through. Excuse me.
It was
Well, I
already uploaded to Roll20. I had it from a previous campaign. Oops,
Question:
sorry about
Can
that.
I tell how high up Mott is still, and if the spot he is right now where he would pancake?
He will clear the buildings next to him and go off into the next street, where he will probably impact with the rows of houses that line the city walls.
How
in
high
some of the
up
interior
is
one.
he still?
He's a good 30 feet above the house top, so he's at 60 foot and falling.
Oh god.
If he impacts at this speed, he's going to have a really rough time with his 18 remaining hit points.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna do amazing.
Question. If he were to land in a spot that has Entangle cast on it, would that cushion the landing?
Potentially, though, keep in mind, Entangle, I believe, requires a location with plant foliage.
Does it?
I don't think it
Really?
does. I
Did they
think
get rid of that?
grows it.
Hold on.
They might have gotten rid of it. They used to.
Yeah, I would
Let
double
me
check.
check. There's no component.
Doesn't require
Yeah,
it.
it doesn't
So yeah,
require
they
it.
got rid of that. They got rid of that thing. Probably for the best. Yeah, I'll allow it, as there's a great amount of moss on the rooftops anyway. So
Can I roughly gauge at where he would land?
he's going to skim the rooftop on for the purple house here.
I would then say to cast Entangle on that and to hope that it will, well, catch him while he's flying above it.
Okay. In that case,
yeah.
can I get a reflex save from Mott?
I would love to. Thank you, Penny. This means so much that my ship post won't die. Let's go. 16.
What's the DC of your Entangle spell?
The DC. I am an imbecile. One moment. The DC was to the DC of the spell. Fuck.
I mean, can't I just willingly fail this? Or is that just will saves?
Just roll it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I still rolled it. I'm just wondering.
Un momento, let me check. My DC would be 18 for it.
Congratulations,
yeah.
you successfully failed the save, so you have been trapped. You are
Wait.
also here, which lets you see above the parapets here.
Hell yeah. Okay, there goes my dumb plan of trying to fashion a fucking grappling hook out of my rope and my fucking traveler's any tools.
Also, another
Christ.
question. Can Entangle be retracted, or do we have to wait for the duration to run out?
It can be dispelled. However, what's the AoE on Entangle?
40 feet... Wait, no. 40 feet radius.
You hear a yelp from this thing as I'm going to give you this one for free because I believe you know what's caught in your entanglement.
Oh,
I mean, I was going to ask for a perception check at that point, but...
But roll me a perception check for posterity.
I mean, I will.
It will be very easy.
As it's using my big peepers. Ho-ho!
As you have spotted
31.
the assailant.
Ha! Wonderful.
Can you shift Z this to people?
Yes.
Oh shit, it's one-shot
I
pad.
would also like to apologize to the audience. Like I said, when your coworker gets busted for drugs and you come in,
Yeah.
And
It happens to
knowledge
all of
apparently.
us.
Show the token.
I will do one better than that if someone rolls well.
rolled
Another
an 18.
member of the Goltic Assassins League,
Them motherfuckers.
Arsene, infamous for his use of, funnily enough, incendiary grenades.
Is she French? Or what's the equivalent of France here?
Galt is France, basically. It's revolutionary France has been stuck in an eternal revolution since they threw out all the nobility. It should be noted that the firearm in question is chambered in 1-inch Gatling. So it's a revolver chambered in a 1-inch cartridge. As a result, other nicknames of Arsene include Broke Shoulder.
How high up is that rooftop, by the way?
I will point this out to everyone.
That is a 40-foot one. That's taller than most of the others.
Damn.
As I point at this person.
As he goes, as Arsene goes, fuck. She noted that those who rolled above 15 not only know who Arsene is, also know that he is a bloke.
Holy shit, it's a fucking trap? Huh. Oh no.
No, it's an ambush.
Oh, even worse.
Probably the finest artwork. Taken directly off of Google Images. Because there aren't many pictures of people using a gun chambered in 1-inch Gatling. But it seems
Bill,
like
just wait, I'm gonna use
Oh, yep. Go for it, Solzy.
I was going to say, for my turn, I'm going to use a full round action to summon my arcane cannon, and I'll send you the link so you can make it to when I need to fire it off, but it takes a full round to summon, so
Okay.
you'll see me summoning this arcane.
You are on fire.
Oh, I'm on fire?
Yes.
You have enough HP
Well,
to deal with it later.
shit. I guess I will try to get unfired first. How long?
No, it's just summon your
Wait.
gun.
It's reflex save to try and douse yourself. Are you going to douse yourself, or are you going to try and just roll on the floor? Or pat yourself out?
I'm going to roll on the floor while trying to summon this cannon.
Okay. Ow.
Because I'm pissed off and someone is getting hit with a cannon of arcane might.
Okay, if I remember correctly, your reflex is a +4.
Isn't it?
Let me
Eris,
roll
any other
this.
actions this round?
That's not good enough.
If anything,
He takes another 3 damage.
considering the dude up on the roof has now been noticed, how big is the crab again?
Crab is the size of a person. It's a very large crab.
Can I
How good
ask
is it
the
at climbing?
crab to lift me up?
Yes, it has telekinesis.
Way.
Lest we forget.
Oh yeah, it does. Wait, no, then I don't want it to lift me up. I wanted to use one of the gold bars to yeet at them.
There are actually rules for gold weapons. They do damage a size larger.
A fucking poor person.
Ah, finally, a sling loaded with a gold bullion bar. Finally, ye olde 5-7. Hit that bonus against poor people.
The true Sigma grind set.
The problem is
roll
this
hit.
person
It will be
counted as poor?
Use your base attack bonus plus your int.
Base attack. Oh, so it's just d20 plus 5.
How much
Imagine.
you have that low? You're level
Oh wait.
Which,
it's
She
still
is a bullcaster.
She's level 3 though. She should still have it.
not
You
even
should have at least one.
13.
Okay, they're entangled, so they're flat-footed. Well, they take a penalty, and they're flat-footed to this because no one expects this to happen to them. As,
Gold's thrown at them.
yeah. Also, even if they weren't flat-footed and entangled, there's a secondary effect that I'll roll. Could you go ahead and roll me a D12, please, and add your int modifier?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
15 points of damage, and what you hear... Okay, let's just use them back to back. As Arsene is not only hit in the sternum, for an enormous amount of damage, nearly caving his chest in. You can see blood fleck at his spit as he gets pushed through the ceiling, through the roof of the building and into the building below.
Does it take fall damage also? Amazing.
Yes. Also, I need to start rolling weapon integrity. Because some of the ammunition he carries is extremely volatile. Because he's an arsonist, so he carries things like dragon fire.
Uh-oh.
Okay. That's all
Setting
my good rolls for the evening.
town on fire.
Okay. Any other actions, Eris? You have yeeted a man through a roof.
So I used Entangle, the crab threw gold. I will head pat the crab.
Dispelling is a free action, by the way. Say.
The crab is pleased.
I will then also dispel Entangle. Just so Mott is not just then stuck on the roof.
As the moss recedes. Like having someone having the bedclothes ripped from their torso. As they try to sleep in.
Ceremonial silken armor is fucked up right now. Goddamn.
It's getting pretty dirty, not gonna lie.
I need a new
It's got
one.
mammoth snot all over it.
Ugh. Gross.
On that note. The man on the roof.
Ceremonial anymore.
The diddler on the roof himself, Mott.
On the roof.
I'm just going to reinstate the mammoth just for initiative's sake.
I'm gonna walk over here. One, like a free action. Look down the hole to see if this motherfucker is still alive or not.
Yes, but he's on the ground. He's like.
Okay, free action. I drop my bag of gold down on top of them,
Okay.
which is a couple hundred gold at this point because of
Coins or
penny.
bullion?
It's just my coin bag.
It's a fair.
Or
amount.
no, I dropped my whole pack down there, which has like all those fucking books and whatnot in there.
Oh yeah, it's like a couple. It's like a. Basically, what is you're at about probably light encumbrance? How much?
Oh, yeah,
shit can you-
probably. Yeah,
what's your light
I've.
encumbrance at? Let's call it a medium object.
I would say it's around medium actually, which is around 40 pounds of just
40 pounds.
random shit. I'm not dropping my fucking alchemy lab though. I ain't doing that gay shit.
Okay, could you roll me a ranged attack bonus then, please?
Okay, my range is +4, which is
As it
sure
kind
is a
of
6.
as he kind of rolls over, the bag impacting on the ground.
Is he rolling on one of his grenades? Oh,
No, but he is rolling onto a landmine. Wait, what? I say you hear? What the fuck? Where's my favorite? Fucking here we go. Here it is. Wait, what the fuck? As the entire middle floor of this building leaps sideways.
Well, Zalmaz, your wish has come true.
Let's get another fire there, shall we? This is on the second layer down. You don't have to worry too much about it yet.
Oh, now my shit's down there. Oh, whatever. Who gives a shit?
Also, there's a good amount of it pouring out. It is pouring out of the windows because he's
And the
carrying a
hole.
lot of accelerants. Well,
Fucking yay.
it's actually like a jet going through the gap in the ceiling. It's legit like a jet furnace. You can see the heat and light creeping through the shale, and it's becoming
Okay.
uncomfortably hot to stand here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stand there for a second longer as I take out like my old new wand of not seeing as I like chick it like a shotgun and just like point it at this guy's head. There's a regular show gif of like Rigby doing that. By the way, just
So you're gonna try and blind your boy over there?
yeah. Called shot to eyes, I guess.
That'd be a ranged attack bonus. This is actually
Okay.
pretty easy for you. It'll be a dirty trick, but use range.
Yeah. I'm guessing it's hitting his touch.
Yes, it begins his touch, and I don't think he's actually aware of you. So
Yeah, because he would have
Does he have
expected
a
me
bead on
to splat down on the ground. So, haha. I swear to Christ, please roll above 11.
as he has a moment of what? Ah, cunt! And as he's he's like grabbing his.
I probably should have just asked you to use my use magical device instead.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Pretty would work.
It would have had another 4 on top of that if it didn't work, but I'm guessing it did.
What would an angry man from riding asshole do? You fucking doggery! He's just shrieking he's just like yelling obscenities and just holding his face. Actually, I'm
I
gonna
know
make a
you
more
can't
reflex save.
see me,
Okay,
but
he's
I
just
flip
sweating,
him
so-
off.
It's like shooting a man, then telling him to fuck himself.
So
He's
you are
already
flipping
dead.
him the bird.
Yes, I am.
You have the right digits for that? Anyway. Any
I
other
mean, there's
actions,
other
Mark?
rude gestures I can do. I use whatever's the worst gesture is to this man. Nah. What's the French version of fuck off? Whatever.
National anthem.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Some piping at the fucking French national anthem. Okay, Goran's turn. He will try and recover from his blindness, and will fail miserably, and will now roll his reflex, and will keep it perfectly because he rolled a nat 20 on that.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So I'm going to rule that whilst he is blind, he has got enough footing to move away and attempt to disengage. Does anyone have any effects that will interrupt his movement? Turn over
No.
here.
No, I don't
So
have to reach for it.
As he runs with surprising ease across the rooftops, running on all fours, you scamper around like some kind of rabbit or wolf, and hurtle off across the rooftops. Okay, there's a lot of fire around, so that breaks initiative for the time being. I'll clear that out.
So, Bill, I have a question.
Yeah.
Could the Grand Vizier throw another brick at the mammoth?
It is currently on the deck currently. It's quite a ways away though. You did launch it literally 1,500 feet.
Yes.
You'd have to get quite a jog on to get to it.
Although I do have a clear line of sight, don't I?
It bounces a couple of times. It's very hard to keep an eyeball on it.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll
So it will
leave
recover
be for
its actions this turn. So it's out the fight for the time being.
Okay.
Good.
Not a coup de grace now. It would be a case of with the smoke coming through, and after a while there is more smoke. You get the feeling someone threw down a actual smoke stick, try and cover and escape. You could pursue it. It would be survival checks.
Gotcha.
Will not be difficult. It is a mammoth. It's very conspicuous. But now there's kind of an
I'll leave
awkward
it be.
moment as everyone's standing around in the streets. Napalm is boiling out of one building. Another one is on fire from the rooftops.
Bill.
Several members
I'm
of the
gonna-
homeless community are still asleep in certain doorways and on this street and have not noticed the abject carnage you've wrought.
Mhm. I'm gonna pour down 2 of my water skins onto my bag that I dropped.
Oh,
Hoping
you're,
to
you
water
don't know where
proof it.
you're not really sure where your bag went. It's at this point you hear a whistling noise.
I look for it. I look for it. What the
Where'd you
fuck?
look? Give me a direction.
Where's the noise coming from? Up? I look up then.
You picked correctly. You rolled a reflex save.
Okay.
Godspeed.
Yes, God's
15?
you
You
magnificent
catch your
bastard.
back.
Oh, I rolled above a 10! Finally. I catch my back.
It's very hot. It's very hot. Ow. Ow.
I pour my water on top of it, sling it back over, take out my rope and fucking any tool, like make a fucking makeshift goddamn grappling hook, put it to the side of the roof, and just shimmy down that rope.
Oh, you don't even need the rope. You can just like grappling hook onto the gutters and ride the gutter down.
Yeah, then I do that. Trying to look as cool as physically possible for my race. Which is
considering what you get to googly eyes.
Okay, let me roll this cool check.
I should really stress this when this character looks at me. Just put this to the back. I really can't stress this enough.
Hey, Bill.
Looks like a member of the Muppet Show.
Is a cool check just charisma? I think I get a negative, more negatives on that.
Yeah, it's just a flat charisma check. Technically,
okay,
it's performance
so
combat, which is a whole subsection.
Yeah, no, I understand. Let me roll this at a -6. Okay, a 1. I do not look cool at all. It's physically impossible. Got it.
It looks really awkward as you kind of shimmy down.
And then, like, I yank it off, like, enough to get all my shit back.
You just like,
and
get
then
stuck in the middle, like, and then you have to like shimmy a bit so it continues.
Okay, and then I walk over to Pen Pen and I say,
Eric.
Mott remembers this. Thank you, thank you. And then, like, holds out his weird bird hands for, like, a handshake or something. He looks very confused. He doesn't understand how this works.
She will take the presumed hand and shake it.
And then nods his head yes. And then quickly removes his hand from you before you get any more radiation and walks away from you.
I forgot about that point.
Constable Maggot will attempt to put out the fire that has engulfed our dear leader.
Any preferred method to do so?
Big hug.
I thought you were going to just say piss.
So at this point, the proprietor of the tavern is like, old saying go, get out where the getting's good. I will leave you up to it. I am not hanging around here to die. Come on, girls. We're moving out.
Godspeed.
They don't ask why they are maintaining their position. God, it's just such a misery to try and like do this without fucking with the fire switch from the token layer. Just that shit to the map. We out. As the prep members of your favourite bar trundle off to greener pastures, at least for a little while.
Aris waves them goodbye.
They all way back.
Nice.
Saucy, you heal.
Stay in one piece, you look up.
That is good enough to heal him to full, by the way.
Stay out of bloody trouble. So, would you like to stick around to investigate this area, or would you like to make tracks?
Time to go on a hike.
There are a number of ways out of the city. The two main ones. You can go via the lower residential districts, or you can go via the main promenade.
Which one is to the dock so we could flee this crime scene as fast as possible?
You could try going to the rooftops to check on situation. If you go via the lower district, you'll be able to sneak out of the actual city onto the mainland, and we had a crossover out of Swag Keys area into Lessian soil.
Mm-hmm.
Would be protected under Lessian law.
I have a
It also
question.
prevent
Can
the
I?
Baltic League from working here. If you go via the main promenade, you can go to the docks, catch a boat out of here, get into Lessian waters, or alternately go out further afield. But
Gentlemen, I believe it is time to get on out of here because apparently someone has it in for us. Me specifically. And I'll look around and be like, do not worry, y'all are still getting paid. But let us not stick around here as I look upon the carnage of the alleyway and the fire and everything else.
Which way are we going, boss? Inland or to the docks?
Well, a dock worker is really good at keeping secrets, and I know a few of the more
No, they aren't.
questionable types down at the dock. So let us head toward the dock.
While the
Sure, that'll
party-
serve us right.
While the party moves, I'll ask the crab to retrieve the 1 gold bar it had used as a weapon.
it's a bit melty at the minute, but it's still good.
Of course, is there
Vulnerable
anything worth looking? Is there anything left behind in the battle besides their own gear? Or
There is a charred 1-inch Gatling revolver.
I claim it.
grab,
It's mine.
grab what isn't nailed down.
It is
Then
not exactly stocked with ammunition, as most of those rounds went off. There are still 4 rounds in the chamber. Or 4 rounds in the cylinder, I should say.
Why
Which
is
is the
there
max
a
capacity
horse
of it.
on the roof?
Oh no, that's where it's thrown
You do
through the
not-
building.
Oh, okay.
If you recall, someone belly bounced it out of fucking action. It's covered.
Right.
The building now burning down has this distinct smell of Tesco's lasagna.
Oh no, we don't want to
Stay
stay here
indoors.
too long before the toxins get out. Then
100% beef.
Beef squashed.
However, I call claims on this gun.
Yep, got 4 rounds. It hits like a
Hell
little
I will
arrow.
just wave my hand and go, yes, yes. Let's get out of here before the cops show up because that isn't going to be exactly a fun time, shall we?
Mhm.
As I begin trying to get everyone to the
If you coalesce into your preferred position, and I'll move it over here. Okay, which site would you like to go to? Would you like to go head for the promenade, or would you like to head for the lower districts?
Promenade, as that leads to the docks.
Righty dokie, boys and girls. Let's take ourselves over to the promenade.
Let's go.
I sort of also used the crab as just a mount. Just like.
Here's the
sit on
area
the
with
back.
the best lighting in the game that I made, and it doesn't seem to be working.
Bill,
For some
is this place just Yarnum?
Inevitably.
I may have taken it from some. I may have stolen this map from someone who was recreating Bloodborne in the Roll20 map editor.
Just possibly, potentially, maybe a little bit.
Listen,
you know.
when we get a budget, we can worry about actually getting a budget. Until then, I'll just continue using stuff I have saved and rotating it every now and then, so no one knows. But as you go through into the area at hand, does everyone have sight, or is it playing up?
Yes, sir. I have
Yes,
to.
we have
I
some.
see those cows.
Okay.
If I'm
I-
not supposed to see the cows.
Don't worry, you do. The area here is bewildering. It's just festooned with there's cows. There's a mule. There's a cat, a rat, and a dog. And even a badger in the corner here.
Just so you know, Bill, we
Yep.
cannot see this area.
That's
I think
odd.
that's-
Just making sure it's working as intended.
Yeah, we can only see
Is there dark
around.
vision on.
It seems that we can only
Hang on, this
see
should
things
be-
that have been given light.
You should have a light from the candle.
Oh yeah, we do. I think.
I think you just need to be put in. I think it's only when you get dropped. Is that working?
No,
Oh, yeah,
no,
we do have
no
light from the
more.
candle. Seems. Bruh.
You're just taking the lighting.
And now we can see less than before.
For me, it's this much.
Yeah, you have a larger because you have dark vision and low light vision.
I'm pretty sure I have dark vision.
There you go.
You should. You don't have night vision enabled, but
Oh.
Do you have it?
Fair enough. Let me double check. I don't remember.
Yeah, as it may. Let's put on some tune, shall we?
Yes.
Let's double check my chart, my handy dandy audio chart. Always have them, boys and girls. It's the only actual notes I keep. Okay. Oh boy.
Hello?
Hello. Oh yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, I have
Hello?
low light vision at best. Bill, I have low light vision.
Excellent. Boy, the lighting here, I should be set up quite carefully. Every actual light fitting here does have a light, like object set up, including that should have. Yeah, the lamppost to your right does have an active light source, so it is emitting light. I'll color it a bit orange to give it some tint. Here you go.
There was no change.
That should have a.
We're distracted by the cows and animals. Wait.
I think the blue's overwriting it, to be honest. Okay. The animals are all meandering around. They all seem to be regarding you. Their big, dull eyes. Could people roll me whatever knowledge checks they would feel would be appropriate here? Because the animals are acting very strangely.
I mean,
Knowledge
what's
nature.
the roll?
Roll it.
Would local work?
Yes, sense motive would also work.
That's knowledge
Would
nature.
engineering work?
No, it's certainly not engineering.
Oh, darn. I'll use local then. You motherfucker.
As you're looking around, you notice something particularly off about these creatures. It takes you a moment to realize, but Eris, you notice this immediately.
Wait.
Each of these creatures, their eyes would look fairly normal, but they've got this cloudy blue like tint to them. Like there's an extra layer of transparent eyelid over them. And the way they move isn't right. They move like whoever is, like, whatever's inside their skull doesn't know what body it's in. Like it's probing at the extremity of its form, trying to figure out precisely how to move right.
Concerning.
I will.
So you're
hit
saying
that
it
one
looks
of
like
them.
it's possessed?
I would
The
like
rat-
to use
The rat in front of you will try to open its mouth a bit too wide, and you can see it tearing, its mouth tearing at the corners, little blood seeping out onto its grey fur.
I will hiss at the rat dom.
The rat will proffer up something in its mouth. It will trot down on its little legs and offer up to you, particular sort. He will kind of bow its head towards you and offer up a piece of what seems to be a fern, a frond of fern. It's kind of leather ones. Eris, you know that fern is not native to this area.
Hmm.
Do you accept the fern?
Could we roll sense motive on this?
You may.
Hmm. I have the feeling we're traversing a bit too close between the layers of different universes. I do not like this.
The creature is mentally dominated.
Hmm.
It is being puppeteered from someone from afar. It appears as though the person in question is directly puppeteering this rat.
Okay.
So they are.
As the rat's focused on Saucy's character, I go behind it and stab it with a snake blade that you gave me last
You
session.
may. Please roll to hit. It's very easy. Don't worry.
Is he offering the fern to Penny or to me?
To you.
Like, I thought it. Oh, okay. I thought he was offering to Penny. Does this fern look? Okay, you said it didn't look natural or wasn't a part of this island.
It's not local here. This fern is only found in the far highlands,
I rolled
in
a
the central area of the island.
I will be very cautious. As I will take out a piece of paper from the notebook in my bard's kit and kind of grab the fern with the paper, not touching it with bare skin.
Okay. As you touch the fern, you notice that the fern leaves a red trail wherever it touches.
So there's a red trail on the paper.
Yes, it is quickly soaking the paper in blood. It did not appear to be bloody at first, but wherever it touches is just drenched in vivid red blood.
I'll toss it to the ground and just go, ugh. And then I'll just hiss again at the rat.
The rat, wait, let's see what we got with them. The knife goes straight through the top of the rat's brain. It dies instantly. And as you do so, the blade seems to like foam where it's cut through the flesh, and you can see the flesh slough away, leaving only bright, clean white bone.
Amat looks at this. His eyes dilate in happiness. Yes, yes, good, good. He carefully puts it back into its sheath and is giving a good puppet smile. Muppet smile, I mean.
The rat is now deceased. The other creatures regard you with a glassy stares. The cows are perhaps the most disturbing. The way they foam slightly at the mouth, the way they are drooling, looking at you, and there's a carnivore aspect to the way they look at you.
Can I roll a knowledge arcana for what this shit might be? Or spellcraft or something?
Either would work.
I have both, so I'll just roll both. Unless said otherwise. Okay, that's arcana.
Dominate monster.
Okay, dominate monster.
Dominate animal specifically. Though this is this. Whoever's commanding them, you know, has got a non-standard variant of the spell. He is controlling them mentally. He is not close by to them. He is operating far beyond the usual range of this spell.
Interesting.
Furthermore, you've heard rumors that there is what's referred to as a druid-blooded assassin that's been operating in these parts. It's the only reason you get the Nat 20 is the only reason you get this information. Called Grandfather Fern. He is the descendant of the druids that occupy some of the most dangerous places on this island. The druids are not to be trifled with. You know that much.
Mott looks at the rats and the fucking cows and whatnot. Grandfather Fern. Oh fuck, oh fuck. Another assassin, probably nearby. Oh, fuck. Ma will then go and hide right behind Saucy, like a little bitch. Captain...
The cows
sorry.
advance.
This just in, Captain
Alright,
just
peeked off the
donated
assassin.
$20 and says Saucy rolls on a special chart.
Roll a
Oh,
D101. For Saucy,
He said
please.
the special chart.
What is the-
D101?
Yep.
Ooh.
I've been supplied with chat.
Thank you, Captain, by the way.
Thank you.
Now
71.
now we get to see what happens.
Okay, Bird, could you roll for me, please?
I sure have, and you got a 71. I do not know what it does, but Bill is going to provide this information soon.
A 71. Oh dear.
Oh boy.
Saucy,
What's
you find
wrong?
yourself smeared in lard. That's
I take a step-
unfortunate timing, considering
I take a step back.
Alright.
as the animals begin to close in,
Oh no.
even the cat.
Even the cat.
So,
Oh, I'm told it's actually a D113. Could you roll
A
just
D113.
for posterity in case it was
Oh.
above? Just in case it was above that 101 threshold.
Okay, D13.
I'll give this a
1300. Okay.
113. Yeah.
I rolled it. It's okay, 939.
113. You dyslexic fuck.
Oh, 113? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'll roll the damn
1,300.
61.
113.
I'll throw this
Yeah,
one in for free.
I'm like the greased up deaf guy from Family Guy.
The
Oh my
target
God.
asserts that he is the mightiest warrior in the world.
That is covered
You are
in
now
lard.
greased up. Okay, so Saucy is now greased and thinks he's the best, he's literally the greatest warrior on earth.
He's now greased
Lisa.
up and gassed up. He
Let's go!
Greased, get greased or get leashed, bitch.
By the way, Saucy,
looks
you
like
can
we're
take
gonna-
a 5-foot step and hit a cow.
Forget that, I'm gonna hit the cow or whatever with my axe. Let's go.
Yeah, that's why I'm suggesting you to do a 5-foot step and full round attack it.
You have to show your might.
Okay,
Yes.
we shall bring up the Eternal for this one. And
Okay.
I'm just gonna mass add a turn to everyone, so everyone gets a turn, including Team Beagle. You know what? You know what? No, never mind. I'm gonna do this all at once.
Cow,
I'm
do
gonna
it
be
now.
fair. I'm gonna do this all at once for
Cow, do
ease,
it.
because holy shit, there's a lot of people. Okay, roll your initiatives, people. I forgot how many fucking animals there are. We'll just run the cat's initiative. Cat, you have a +10 to initiative. How did you manage to roll a fucking 5?
Oh, apparently I rolled for the crab. Well,
bruh.
that works.
Okay.
Cool.
I will now go to the full audio.
Axe the cow, do it.
do it now.
Oh no! It's Harry Flummer's turn! I wonder what's gonna happen to all these animals!
Well, time to make some IKEA meatballs that are 100% beef. So,
In the distance, you can hear though.
Bill,
Yes.
could I roll perception, first of all?
Okay.
See if there's anything else present. Have a few of the lads assist them.
Okay.
Anything out of the ordinary on a 26.
I'm going to, because of how well you rolled, I'm going to go ahead and delete one of the barricades here, because you can see through it. It's a chain link fence. Anything you see is there.
I see. In that case, the Grand Vizier will shout, "Counterspell!" And he will throw bricks at that man over there.
For those the cheap suits.
Is that a black person?
No.
It's even worse than Native American.
I've seen this art before.
Yes, I know. I've used it in the show, the previous show. Because you rolled so well earlier, I'll allow everyone to see the sheet.
Fuck this motherfucker.
So,
Apparently, Zarmez's first decision for the the intervention he made that before he chose landmines was all dogs are full of tannerite.
Oh no!
no, Nate, no!
No, Nate!
So I think that's the reason why I didn't go with it, because it would have interfered with poor Nate.
What the dog doing?
One force move. The dog ain't doing much no more.
Just jumps a bit too enthusiastically. Okay, 22 for the first attack.
Will unfortunately miss due to the range increment.
Fortunately, there's more bricks coming his way.
I really did bag on that, to be perfectly honest.
1. Does that one hit?
That will, yes. His grandfather from his usual chuckling. as it catches him in the chest like an RPG-7 through a fucking doorway.
As he takes
the preaching method of just hit them with a whole fucking rocket launcher.
So, Bill, he will be impaled by the brick, and he takes 27 damage.
Strangely, it doesn't kill him, I'm surprised. But he is like punched through the window behind him and nailed to a wall.
Well, courtesy of Catch These Hands, the brick will begin to drag him towards Harry Plummer.
Oh dear. How fast does that happen?
Basically instant.
Oh dear. There's a chain link fence with a spiked top between him and you. I'm just gonna. You just death wish to this man as you just hurl him like bodily out, torso first onto the spikes. Roll damage.
Fucking cry.
Roll damage again, please.
Okay, so that would be for the terrain. Can I assume that this is the same effect as Hammer, the talent which he possesses?
Use your usual like impalement damage, because it is like a piece of the environment. So,
Yes.
God, I have to worry about him going through the lamppost too.
Okay, he's a medium-sized creature. Okay. So,
Druid's
courtesy of
having
the
a
hammer
horrible
talent.
time.
it seems we'll have some Swiss cheese with our meatballs. Bada bing.
Jesus Christ.
As he smashes through the lamppost, catching fire, and catches the fence to the chest. And this is horrible. As his entire sternum is peeled off of his torso,
Oof, holy shit.
just splaying him across the gap. And because the brick keeps dragging, it's just going to pull all of his entrails through.
Thank you, Han. Very cool.
As you
A
turn
shot.
this man into bunting.
A family-friendly show.
All of the animals go, just kind of blink. The haze from their eyes leaves. And all of them just kind of look confused. The dog whimpers.
I hope the
horse-
rat isn't...
The horse scratches its ass on a tree and then leaves.
Harry Plummer will look over at Bird and say, "That's how you use magic, son."
You motherfucker. I can show you how to use fucking magic, you
The cows will wander over and lick lick Saucy's face.
Mm,
Yeah, but Saucy still thinks he's the greatest fucking wizard of the
Yes.
fighter of the whole time.
Carvis, you are currently being licked in the face by the cows as you are covered head to toe in lard, and they aren't terribly bright. The dog looks confused as to where it is because it's clearly been taken from somewhere else in the city, and is now slightly frightened.
Can I beckon the dog?
You may. Please roll a handle animal check.
Oh god.
Uh-oh.
I have it actually.
I'd hope so. You're like nature theme. It's gonna.
16. I will hop off the crab as well for this, if I can.
Okay, yeah.
If I could actually move myself.
It's kind of He's kind of frightened of the crab.
Yeah,
Is-
I'll
Dog
move towards
will
him.
wander over.
Oh.
The dog is genial with you. You may pet the dog.
I will pet the dog.
Add this show to the listings. You can indeed pet the dog in this game.
Yes.
Yay.
Hey,
The
Bill.
dog survives. For now.
Bill,
Does
where's
he?
the head of the druid?
It will be currently still on top of the fence.
Okay, Amat's gonna scatter over there.
Can I also pet little Nate?
You may.
I'm gonna use this
Do you
horse
have
as
two weapon
a
fighting?
step soon.
I can use my hair as if it was like the prehensile hair. I'll just use that to pet even more.
That's a high level. If you give me 1 moment, if you role-playing amongst yourselves just momentarily.
I'm gonna
pet
melt this
dogs.
fucking druid. I don't
Yay.
trust these motherfuckers.
This is peak gaming. Petting dogs. I am scared because Han is typing.
Oh, wait. Oh
Eris
god.
will stop petting little Nate.
Man, I wanted to make
Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Bill.
Saucy, you're up. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh. Okay, fair enough. Go.
I was just making a burger joke.
Okay.
Don't forget, you still think you're the greatest warrior of all time.
And you're greased up too.
You're very except you're being licked by a cow because you are larded up.
Cool.
Question: do rats like cows?
Not really, no. Cows tend to
Oh,
step
I'm
on
gonna-
rats. Also, the rat is fucking dead.
Yeah, the rat is just a clean skeleton at this point.
Not
Yeah.
talking about that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna shove my into the cow head. We're having burgers tonight.
So you're breaking up quite badly because of your fucking pound shop microphone. Could you type that out and we will have it?
Look,
Give
It's
a
the
rendition.
best quality Poundland has to offer, Bill.
Yeah.
This isn't Ashen's channel. We aren't supporting them until they give us money.
What percentage of the chat money goes to Saucy getting a better mic?
0.
None of it. Okay. Just making
If you'd
sure.
like to donate towards the Saucy's microphone fund, please super chat and mention it, and I'll make sure he gets the money. Wink.
Wink.
Don't give him money. Give it to me. I'll make sure he gets it.
You get the $2 pound mic.
It is a step up.
Double the price, double the quality.
As we wait for Saucy, I'm going to climb up this horse and get to a position where I can cast a corrosive touch on the fucking druid's head.
I was like, he's pretty dead. I don't think he can get much deader. Like, the head is
Yeah.
the only intact piece of him, but I do appreciate your thoroughness.
Don't trust a fucking druid, not even a
like-
dead one.
He's like garbed headstone's bizarre little getup of like tree branches and like ferns all like strapped together very haphazardly. And in some places they appear to be adhered with like a mix of spit, homemade glue, and some things that don't really think bear thinking about. shall we say, the WOAD method of adherence. We won't go into any details other than that. Look it up at your own time. But
Okay, yeah. I'm casting a spell called Corrosive Touch to melt his head, because don't trust a druid until you see it's dead by your hand. And also, I'm rolling Meltdown. Oh, that was a close one. Darn.
Stop trying to cause a nuclear event.
Okay, then I hop off the horse, knowing for sure that Mott's magic is
a very angry little badger who was just off screen from earlier runs past you. Goes, or does it run through your legs and over a fence into the nearby shrubberies? Very bizarre noise in me.
Okay, I join back the party though, satisfying that I know the druid's dead. Don't trust a dead druid until you melt its head. What Poppy always said to me.
All right, so being the greatest lawyer who is also greased up, and being a rat who does not particularly like cows, we're having burgers tonight, boys. I want to sink my axe into this cow head.
Can we stop him?
Okay, for those at home who weren't aware of something about Saucy's character, because we never explained this before now, Saucy, we never got around to why your character doesn't like cows and other things that rats don't like. Would you like to tell the class something about yourself?
As far as everyone else is concerned, they don't know this because I haven't revealed it yet. But I am a skinwalker of the rat variety.
I'm going to go ahead and switch side. So
you're saying he's Jewish?
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. As a rabbi, I do not disavow. That was fucking funny.
Also, Berg can make that joke.
You see the picture of me?
I'll put it this way: Bird's allowed to make that joke.
Yeah. So basically, that's why I was hissing at the rat earlier to show rat dominance because I am the operator and it will respect my thought tag.
Show the crowd your fancy alternate version. Oh, you can't because the thing. Switch us up.
I got it.
To the audience,
oh.
I wanted to use a different picture.
Chose this version. I chose this artwork because of specifically how fucking grody it was.
Yeah, that's Saucy in Nat Joe. Thank you.
About the way the gums are so far away from the actual head. Cool,
even though he needed clothes.
Okay,
I don't like that there's saliva only in one spot at the mouth. Like in between the teeth, the rest is just dry.
There's a moment of reprieve as I'm not even going to make you roll. You know how to dispatch a cow. It's a cow.
Thick as shit.
Its foal will look kind of sadly up as the axe bites down and the cow twitches and slumps over. The whole area reeks of offal and blood and misery. And blood is pouring down and cascading down in this thick stream down the various stairwells.
I'm gonna stab the baby cow with the knife.
Oh, it didn't even at the second the knife even pricks the skin. It basically just it is at the very least
smellless.
It is fairly painless because this thing just evaporates its nervous system instantly. And you're left with this kind of a burned out husk of a cowhide.
Can't leave witnesses for revenge.
You'll notice how I didn't get rid of initiative.
Oh.
Brilliant thinking!
I did notice that. I just kind of hoped you forgot.
I'll go ahead and clear this. Could you all re-roll?
I sure can, Papa Bill.
I better not fucking stick as a nickname or I swear to God I'll hunt you down, rip off your kneecaps one by one with a fucking pair of pliers.
Oh.
Fair enough. It won't stick. I prefer having my kneecaps on me.
Turn order being so fucky.
They've tried to leave my body once before, and it wasn't pleasant.
I'm gonna add more in manually. Okay, everyone's all paped up. As you hear heavy footsteps across a rooftop. I'll just get my handy dandy hand out here. There's the other thing I actually wrote notes for. In your name, I set now to my bloody work. By authority of his most holy order of the Monk's Cruor, I call judgment upon you. Be you wretched beasts, freakish slugs, or mad doctors, your vile breath corrupts the night air, so I will pluck it from your breast.
Is he talking to me?
He is addressing you all.
Okay. He kind of like gestures, like pointing at himself, you know.
Now stain all your edges on me. Base your hallowed fate. My name is Cruor Officer Grand Valiant, and your sentence is death.
No thanks.
No. I don't want what you're selling.
No habla speak English.
No,
Oh god.
As you hear the
God.
chatter of a ripsaw glaive spool into life.
Bruh.
si habla español, no habla English.
Ik spreek geen
Oh, we're fucked.
Would you believe that we're just weary travelers?
That doesn't sound like the words of the world's greatest warrior, Saucy.
Also, I would like to hopefully shoo away the dog so it gets
Come back!
to safety. Before, well.
Oh, it takes one look at that cocksucker and fucking runs.
Good.
Oh, baby.
I don't really see him. Would I have to roll perception? Cool.
I think he's behind a wall that we cannot see through.
Oh no, the fucking Chinlin fence has blocked our vision again.
So that was meant to be permeable.
No worries.
I'm having problems with the lighting rig on this map for some reason.
Oh,
That's all
God.
good.
I was so proud of this one too.
Thank you.
Why did this motherfucker?
Here.
Holy shit.
Alright.
Okay. Harry's up first again. With the exact same
My,
fucking
my.
roll as last time.
What will Harry do this time?
Harry Plummer, what will he do?
Could I make a
One.
cold shot to the kneecap?
You may. You hit. Roll all your damage.
That would be a flat 20. Sorry, 18.
Okay, oh, don't worry. Against this character, he has a specific curse. You do not take penalties for making cold shots against him.
Good.
Also,
That's convenient.
Daniel R with 5 euros says, just clarifying that all birds in the world get laser pens, not just bird.
Oh!
Hashtag
Oh!
saucy gets nothing.
Interesting.
Thank you, very cool.
Don't worry.
Thank you,
Based.
Dave.
Unfortunately, someone pink misted the druid boss before the actual murder of crows was going to show up.
Well, there can always be more birds in the future.
Okay. This will be a lore thing going forward.
Right.
All birds will have laser pointers.
It's just their eyes are the laser pointers.
Exactly, because
No
birds aren't
opposable
real.
Thumbs.
They aren't real.
True.
Oh my god.
I'm just going to use the Ultra Crow Judgment for all of them in future, so that will be carried forward. I apologise that it could not come up this session, because someone pulled a man for offence. No, please roll your damage as you strike him in the leg.
It's a flat 18 damage.
18 damage. His leg is ripped clean from his body.
Just a scratch.
You're going to have to try a bit harder than that, as this is horrific wrenching his torso, his chest cracks out. And you see the jet of blood pouring from his leg intensify. And with the force of the spray of blood, jettisons himself over here.
Does he?
Yes. Congratulations. As he he launches himself bodily and glides down on the sheer jet of blood.
I can't lie about this.
That provokes from Sir Gregor,
Far away.
who will attempt to trip him because he's not a nice person. Bully the crippled.
Your trip attempt will unfortunately fail, as by severing his leg, you have awarded Gore Officer Great Valiant a fly speed.
Bruh.
Who would like to roll a knowledge local, knowledge religion, or knowledge martial, or knowledge psychic?
This-
The DC. Do you know what you're rolling? You have no idea.
no.
What the fuck you're looking at? This is nightmarish. There's a lot of more blood than he should have.
I'll go for knowledge local.
Can I use knowledge nature? Because that's not natural.
Yes, you may.
Knowledge, fuck this.
And knowledge.
roll it.
Excuse me, what the fuck? Mom, please pick me up. I'm scared.
Oh no!
Oh, oh damn.
No one knows what the fuck this is. And this is going to make this fight way worse for you guys.
I have knowledge, arcana, engineering, and local. I don't
Or
think
whatever
any
you
of-
wish.
Okay.
Question,
Here's
what was the super chat a second ago? I didn't catch it.
All birds have laser pointers.
Yes.
No, before
hashtag
that.
saucy gets nothing. That's arcana,
Hashtag Saucy gets nothing at that.
and here's engineering.
Okay. The 23 will let you know. The Grand Valiant is a field sergeant of the Monk's Cruor, also known as a Gore officer. Gore officers are you know how most monks, when they meditate,
Yeah.
they are turning their body into iron. They are running faster than any man should. They are able to endure anything. A Gore monk does the opposite. They meditate to the point where their body is meaningless to them.
Mm-hmm.
It is a shell to be cast aside. To injure a Gore monk means almost nothing. As long as their chakras are intact, they are bordering on unkillable. You can wrench off body parts. They will refashion them into weapons against you.
Well, shit.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. If it
For
bleeds,
reference, you know of exactly one example. A battle between 8 mercenaries and 3 Gore monks resulted in 600 litres of blood and 33 kidneys splattered against the area.
Repeat this information. It comes out of my mouth like a speaker, you know.
The man is garbed in this ornate, pristine, bar the new bloodstones, uniform of the Inland Elysian Empire's police force of the Night's Watchmen. There's an equally ornate brass-fitted lantern on his hip, and the weapon in his hands is a screaming Ripsaw Glaive, a weapon of gnomish design, is designed to store kinetic energy in a long series of cogs and spools and cause two oscillating blades, almost like a hedge trimmer, on the end of a pole. They are noted to be war crimes in most regions.
Cool.
There's a reason that only gnomes use them. Because gnomes don't care about war crimes. So what will it be?
How do I figure out how strong the mechanism in that thing looks?
It is very well put together. It's actually an enclosed mechanism. You just know what it is because it's screaming.
Hmm. In that case, so
his foot, his entire leg is like dangling by a single tendon, in the jet of blood, as the area is just awash with claret.
In that case, Rob the Boulder, will advance upon him, and he will attempt to non-lethally give him a bonk.
As you move in, unfortunately, you will provoke an attack of opportunity, but as this is a pole arm.
Very well.
What is your CMD?
CMD is 19. Although Rob the Boulder counts as gargantuan, if it matters.
Don't worry, it doesn't.
Cool.
Harold, and could you give me a fort save? This does affect constructs.
All right.
Technically makes it easier. Okay. Let me just quickly roll something. There's a brace weapon, so it's double damage. Oh dear. That's very unfortunate. For you. As Rob runs forward, does he two-hand the hammer or does he wield it in one?
He two-hands it, holding it in front of them, in order to shield him.
Okay.
Which does actually provide him with cover.
Okay, don't worry, he ignores it. As you move in, your hammer still up, you feel this rush of wind. What everyone else sees is, given the advantage of his position, jettisoning himself upwards with the might of the blood spraying from his nearly severed limb. Valiant will actually hook his glaive downwards and catch his poor Robert directly in the arm. And with a hooking motion, like someone trying to throw filth out of a pit with a shovel, Rob's left arm is severed at the elbow.
Oh, shit.
Cool, that provokes.
Excellent. Swing!
As he will swing it, now one-handed.
Two counter builds have now encountered each other. This fight is going to take 3 days.
The countering will never stop. Oh god.
Yes. So this is for the attack of opportunity, just purely to... Bruh. That misses.
Oh, it is more than this.
Oh
did
boy.
Did you know there's a feat that lets you use glaives with swashbuckler abilities?
Oh boy.
Here comes another
That's
repose.
gross.
Yeah, you have to be a follower of Shellen. Guess what? He's follower of Shellen. The goddess of beauty. And you're about to be made into a fucking masterpiece.
In that case, I'm going to use an immediate action to provide myself total cover from this direction.
Is it weapon? Is it device based or is it
Weapon.
Or is the weapon itself? Okay. Total cover.
Yep.
Is your weapon susceptible to sundering?
Nope.
I didn't think it would be. In that case, stop botting. He will instead. goes as if he's about to try and go for an AOO against you. As he does, he instead taps the spear aside, cracks his back, as you see his ribs shuffle almost. Like someone stacking up cards. You can see everything click back into place. Okay, lad. Let's see if you've got what it takes. That will become apparent next turn. Any other actions?
Yes. He will now attempt to sunder the Ripglaive.
Okay.
This is such an autistic slap fight.
Oh, it gets worse. This character is Storm God Warrior, which is a feat that gives you the tactical ability whenever you would make an AOO, but don't take it, you get a massive bonus to hit, which is important when you have parry. Oh dear, oh dear. He will parry you with his arm. I'll let you fair. He's going to parry you with a body part. Pick a body part.
I'm going to pick the gory stump of a leg. Because it's cool. He's basically like one of those Mordhau custom server characters.
To be fair, I'll consult the chart. Could you roll me a D12, please?
Yes. 4.
The 4. You sever his left hand. Which he then gets a free attack with. As the hand leaps, you sever the hand, it drops down onto you and begins attempting to strangle you.
Wait, is his combat strategy just to put limbs in between himself? Basically just parry with his limbs and then lose them.
Oh, that's nothing. Here, I will tell you, if you want to roll any knowledge checks you have, I might be able to give you more information. You are one shy of being able to know precisely what this guy's gimmick really is.
I'll roll knowledge local.
I didn't get that with my fucking nat 20. Okay.
You got 24. Wait, you got nat 20 on ID him?
Yeah, I think I did. No.
That was the previous fight.
No, I'm being dumb.
That was the shaman you fought.
Yeah, I'm being dumb.
Okay, with aiding your allies, you can manage to bring together how a gore officer works.
Mm-hmm.
They have a percentile chance whenever they are struck to negate the damage and instead roll on the gore table. This will allow them to have random effects, including buffs, free attacks, changes in attack methodology, AoEs, and various other effects.
Bruh.
In order to kill a gore officer, you must disrupt their chakras, which can be done either by a trained monk or through sheer brute force.
Can you make a cold shot to someone's chakra by any chance?
Only if you have a key pool of your own.
Ah, okay.
And you usually have to have the block key ability to do it.
Gotcha.
Or be psionically attuned and you can try and burn open their chakras.
Does burning work? As in physically burning them?
Yeah, because that will obliterate the body. You have to do enough damage. You need to do a lot of damage to kill a gore officer, and they get a roll each turn whenever they take damage to negate it.
Right. Okay. That'll be it for the squad.
Okie dokie. There is still a hand on you, trying to strangle you. Didn't succeed this turn, because I know you're seeing D currently. But next turn, it'll get another attempt. Saucy, you're up. You're fighting a man who has more of his turn on your turn than his turn. You are fighting any meta build in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. What do you do? He is just erupting with blood. Flesh is flung everywhere. There is a severed hand attempting to strangle one of your friends. Well, employees at the very least. I think Saucy might be working currently, so we'll come back to him, I believe. You'll get Saucy at this point is basically a floating initiative.
Okay.
Mocked.
I have an idea.
He's wielding
With
the
my
blade
knife.
one-handed at this point.
Okay. Can I just puzzle out what my knife does, and would it be good to use that kind of ability against this person? Because
Roll me.
its attacks.
Do you have knowledge alchemy? Or craft
Yes, I
alchemy?
do.
Roll it, please.
I believe I have craft alchemy. Yes, I do. Sorry. Because I need it for crafting heinous shit. So, as one does.
Heinous shit, you say?
22.
Not too much of that around here.
Of
Okay.
course not.
I haven't done anything heinous, so I don't care.
Emphasis on yet.
Yeah.
You know what this knife is? It is a modified knife of poison.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is it
The
not
issue
a knife?
is what it is weeping. It is currently attuned specifically to one poison. You have used 2 uses of it. It has 1 use left. After
What's
which
the
this
poison?
knife, you're not sure if it will even have any be usable again. Could you roll me a spellcraft, by the way? And I'll tell
Yes,
you what
I
the poison
can.
is.
Also, sorry,
can.
being the greatest warrior, I also want to shoot him whenever, if someone could roll that for me.
I sure can.
Being
What's your
the great
bonus
warrior.
to hit?
It should be on my sheet. Don't you got it open?
No, I never got it.
Hang on, let me find it for you.
Sorry. It is +6,
Thank you.
and the damage is 1d8. 1d8.
Okay.
Roll his damage, and is it 27 your spellcraft?
Yeah, it is. So.
Okay, you know what the hitch is here. The hitch is that this dagger has 3 uses total left.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's being wielded by someone who is not a follower of one of the serpent gods, on the use of its 3rd use, it will explode and expose you to the chemical inside. The chemical is hydrofluoric acid. Hydrofluoric acid soaks directly through the flesh, bypasses the meat, and will dissolve only your bones and your nervous system. The previous
I have a
versions were chlorine. It cycled through 3 poisons. The first poison used to dispatch
A rat.
rat was chlorine trifluoride. After that happened, the poison reacted and denatured into hydrofluoric acid, which has affected the cow, which is why it's dissolved down to flesh and nothing else, and is still on a hydrofluoric acid. You do not know whether it will be hydrofluoric acid or chlorine trifluoride that you get exposed to. It may even be phosphoric acid.
Okay,
But
I have a question.
dangerous.
What happens if I throw it at him?
It will be bad news bears for everyone. It will be a AoE instead of just a random exposure. This thing will detonate when it is used a 3rd time. But, hydrofluoric acid dissolves the nervous tissue, which is where the chakras are analogous to.
Yep. This guy is full covered, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Yep.
gonna throw it at him then.
Yeah.
Nice roll.
Please note, you need to strike him directly for the poison to trigger.
I'm ready to sell my fucking soul for this to hit. Is that good enough?
Funny you should say that.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I'll follow this fucking gosh
Music
darn
stopped.
snake god if I have to. Oh fuck.
That's always a good sign.
Okay, no one else can see what I'm about to put down?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hello there. The knife is
Hello.
hung in midair. It's about to veer off and miss him.
Are you a cousin of mine? You seem familiar.
All things to all gentlemen. I believe you need a little help here. Don't you?
I do need help.
All you need is a nudge in the right direction. And he'll move over to where the knife is hanging in midair. Everyone else seems to have stopped. And he'll just push the knife over to where it needs to go, just a little bit, just shy of where it would land directly in the Gore officer's torso.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
What's
help
the cost?
you. You help me.
Which is?
I just need a friend out here. Can you do that for me?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Soon you'll meet a nice gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm asking you to do. He'll move over and he'll push something into your hand.
I look at it. What is this?
It's a small Derringer pistol.
Mm-hmm. You want him dead?
Give him something to think about.
Who's this person?
You'll know him when you see him. He'll have 2 different coloured eyes.
Yeah, a
Alright.
bullet tends to make a good third eye. Got it.
Thank you. You're so kind. You'll go far, child.
May I
Mm.
cause more damage to nature in the future? Emma gives a smile.
May the winds guide you. I'll be whispering on them.
Nods his head, yes. Giving a big Muppet smile.
Re-roll that attack with True Strike. So plus 20 to hit.
Okay. Oh, 24. 29.
As you sink the knife into the officer's gut, and there's this horrid moment. He tries to prop himself up. The heavy steel helm he has on his skull seems to sag. And there's this bloody foam he spits from between the grills. Will there be any other actions in your turn, Mott?
I will, go behind the meat squad and hide. That's my turn.
Eris, you're up.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot about Saucy's
Yep.
roll,
Roll.
which was a 14 touch attack gun. Sorry. Before we get too far away.
Could you roll me a d12, please?
Of course. Roll a d12. Of course. A 12.
Oh, damn.
Was that the head?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
As you can't, the round catches the Agorphus in the teeth, and you watch as Great Valiant here. You see that now, how where the helm's been split open, it's the jaw. It's taken. It's literally been wedged between his teeth. You can see the bullet still spinning. That
It counts as magic. Does
and
that
it's a
help?
bolt of magical light, essentially. And you see him bite down through the bullet. But you can still, now you see from the poison, the greenish foam as the acid starts to bubble up through his gullet. You see the flesh begin to flake away, slough off, dripping down onto the cobblestones in great foaming clumps. You can see something's reacting.
With my past rolls, can I guess what is happening?
You may. You get the feeling that knife hit the right place. And it's over time eroding the places where his chakras lie.
What poison is this, or acid?
This is, you suspect, it is carbolic acid.
Oh, fun.
It is melting him from the inside. Eris, you up?
Indeed.
I don't roll damage for Saucy's gun attack because
no, unfortunately, it was
okay.
It was,
just making sure that even though I may not like
Saucy, you have negated his headpiece on him.
Oh, cool. Even though I may not like him, I do want him to get a fair shake. Okay, sorry.
Eris, you're up.
Good shot, though, Bird. And hope I thought the bullet being counted as magic would help, but apparently
it did do damage to him. I just roll it mine instead.
Eris will delay her turn, but the crab will throw a gold bar.
Roll away.
That's
1d20 plus 1 plus your int modifier.
okay.
Why are you throwing away our paycheck?
It isn't everyone's paycheck. It's my money I'm throwing. 21.
Oh, shit. Okay, I believe we agreed it was like a d10. Do you roll a 1d10 plus your int mod?
Very well. $12.
Catches him in the chest, and this one,
I hope it
now he's
pushes
starting
the
to struggle.
knife deeper.
It's actually, let me roll to see what it does. Unfortunately, it strikes beside the knife, but you see a rib crack over to make sure that the knife can't be extracted very easily. Now he's starting to struggle. You can just hear that heaving, rattling breaths. You can tell he's not really dealt with anything like that knife before. And you have a ready action, but we'll move on to his turn. He will now use lunge, half strike, and improved reach. Could all of you within 20 feet please let me know if the following beats your CMD. Oh dear. What's all your CMDs? You could just post them in the text chat.
Got it.
Someone lost connection.
Shit. Do we get any form of cover from these big fat men?
+2.
Hell yeah. Okay, so it's 14.
Okay. Yeah,
Is he gonna hit the
your
dog?
If your CMD is below 20, could you roll me a fort save?
You got it, boss. Luckily, that's my best save.
Oh dear.
I can't roll above a fucking 10. Jesus Christ.
Okay. If roll did some target damage. Oh god. Okay. Ooh, even Plumber lost. DC is 18.
It's for these two.
Yeah, and Bird.
Is he eating the dog? Just wondering.
Can I do anything with my delayed turn to prevent shit to go bad?
He's using a basic whirlwind attack. So if you have anything that can negate an attack or try to interrupt him, you may.
It would provoke an attack of opportunity from lad over here, actually.
Roll away. Just keep in mind, if you miss, and you then provoke, which then he can use to boost his attack roll and make it hard on everyone else.
Baba Booey. Bull rush attempt. 31 CMD.
Nice. Parried. Unfortunately, that's an 18. Nat.
Ah.
You get to Ernest versus you because he rolled last time, so plus 4 to 22, then his usually 32. So if you rolled literally a 5, you've been fine. But that means his attack roll goes up to 24 versus the group.
That sure hits. That's literally double my actual AC.
And okay, could all of you who failed roll a d12?
Sure.
Let's see which limbs we lose.
Exactly. The gore table is really useful. I will post it in the chat afterwards. As I mentioned before, I am using primarily published encounters for this.
Fuck is a 9?
Published by whom?
Don't worry about it.
Some Lamenta.
Okay, the 9. Are you left or right-handed, Bird?
I didn't write it down, so let me roll a d2. 1 is left, 2 is right. I'm left-handed.
I will now roll the same d2.
I don't need a hand.
We'll do after that. As your left arm is severed. As for Pinky and Perky over here, I think one of them passed, so it's just the 5. This could be real bad news if it's a bad one. Loses a foot. The diabetes was going to get that eventually, man. Cereal here. Greg's. He didn't even hit you, it just did that by itself.
Rapid onset diabetes.
Did you roll for Rob the Boulder?
Oh, he just fucking gave himself total cover against it.
Of course, he got the total cover. And then for his swift action, he can't get away from Rob easily, but he's starting to flag. He needs to make a fort save to maintain chakra alignment. He does so. And that'll be his turn, as that he brings that glaive round shrieking through the air, and before you know it, some of you are laying on the ground. Some of you are now slumped up against the fountain here, and the fountain is awash with blood.
Mumbling.
So most of you take no damage as the shock rules for severing limbs are weird and don't actually cause damage.
Fair, but
some of you have been maimed here. Unless you seek immediate medical help, you might not get this functionality back. At this point, he's planted his glaive like you normally would when you're trying to guard yourself, but he's now doing it just for the support. I'll send you all to your tombs. Peace. Bye. Peace. You can see starting to waver.
Can I use my delayed turn?
You may.
Interesting. Okay. One moment, I need to check one thing.
You can.
Okay. I would like to use Shadow Ball.
You may.
As Eris will pull out some ink and tar and cast Shadow Ball towards him. Well, at his location.
All of the ink and all of the tar, but we have a minstrel show after this show. However will we cope? Our resources are in the shitter.
Why?
But, Graf Al Johnson jokes aside.
Saving throw is reflex.
Okay. I'll just use this handy dandy little icon. Don't worry about the icon I chose to use. I just had it to hand.
Slavic symbol.
Yes.
He does
Interesting.
not. He fails the saving throw.
Let's make a chakra integrity check. Oh no.
He will be getting 3d6 points of cold damage.
Ouchie mama.
Oh dear, the chakra check's getting worse.
I will roll my 3d6. Not 3d66. It's not. 8 cold damage.
You see some of the blood begin to ebb. The whirring gears of the Ripsaw Glaive start to seize the cold. And there's this hard moment of stillness as he's trying to suck in gasps of air. Anyone who's ever worked in an industrial freezer knows what it feels like when the Freon starts flowing and it's pumping out just that frigid, ice-cold air that freezes inside your lungs and sticks and rasps. In this case, it's coursing around his exposed ribs from the gouges in his chest. And you can see his consciousness is starting to flag. Those of you with any kind of arcane knowledge here can... If you've got Knowledge Arcana, you can roll it.
Do.
Or if you have Sense Motive.
Here's Arcana. Above a 10. I'm happy.
My sense motive is just a flat d20, so I will refuse.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
why
it's
not?
fitting that Bird Nose figures this out. Even as you clutch the stump of your arm, you look up, you remember... Oh yeah. That should be the last check for that. That should be the last save for that poison. At which point the knife detonates.
Oh
And
shit!
It goes off like a lance charge. The blow echoes through his torso. This is dull. And you can see where his face has been exposed, just black veins go through the entirety of his body.
Mott has that dumb Muppet smile.
His knees hit the ground first. His head lolls forward. His eyes stream molten from his skull. He tries to prop himself up as his body crumbles.
Mott always wins.
His jaw unhinges and clatters from his skull. This is horrid, like tension, like as the base of his spine moves, unhinges, cricks, and he falls to the ground motionless.
Mott always wins.
Could I get that monk boneless?
Can anyone roll me a heal check?
I have it because of reasons.
It might not be good, but I do indeed have it. Oh wait, 21.
I got it.
He has succumbed to his wounds,
Yeah.
but he has stabilized himself.
Can one counter spell stabilize?
Well, technically the spell bleed does that, but my point is this: he will technically survive this.
Shadow Ball should still be
Yeah.
there. I will
Yeah, that's
keep
the
it on
problem. Next
him.
turn, he will get ground to fucking paste by the sheer cold of it.
Yeah, no, Shadow Ball will
But
still
it's
be
gonna
on
take-
him.
There's the issue. A Grand Valiant is a fairly potent Gore officer, so as a high-ranking Gore monk, he will be here a long while, and whilst Shadow Ball will kill him, it will take a long time to do so.
I mean, I can keep it up for 3 rounds.
What happens if I just pour acid onto his face and head?
Can the crab start eating him?
Okay. Bill, does he seem still capable of making attacks of opportunity?
His skeleton has been dissolved.
Is his head still
He has no
present?
bones.
Boneless.
He has been hit with basically the level 10 osteomancer ability of have no fucking bones.
In that case,
Stomp on his head like a fucking bug.
Inspector Maggot will leap on top of him, on top of the puddle, and shout out, "Stop resisting!" as he plunges the torch into the puddle.
Got a license for that.
Got a license for dying.
In the name of the Queen!
You got a license for that polymorph spell?
Well, in that case,
In the name of the Queen.
As he takes like a 7 fire damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and end combat right there, just for posterity's sake.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
If I get my arm and then use a wand of like infernal healing to give myself fast healing, can I fast heal my arm back?
It won't be back to full functionality, but it will basically seal together the vein so it doesn't die.
Sure, yeah,
It'll
let's
be
do that.
internally severed instead. It'll need a heal
Oh.
check for a surgery, however. So you
Oh,
can go
yeah,
with-
I got that.
Who all got messed up with that roasted?
Me and Officer Maggot, I believe.
Can I use
Ooh, poor
mending?
No, it's just
and
Gregor.
Oh, whatever his name is.
Fucking Gregor.
Mending be used?
Gregor.
I'll say, don't worry, Gregor.
Only on
I'll
Rob,
be
and he didn't get
next turn.
injured. Well, no, Rob lost an arm.
Rob will pick
I'll
up
go-
the arm
I'll go.
from the ground, push it against his upper arm, and it will begin attaching itself. Slowly.
Yeah,
I'll just say, don't worry, there'll be more snack food, and I'll look over to Mon and go, of course you'll have some severance pay. If pirates do it, so can we. Plus, I didn't say that this criminal activity would not be dangerous.
Severance. pay
here's a
after
heal
foot gets
check, by the
severed.
way, Bill. 22.
Okay, that will be sufficient to conduct a cursory surgery.
Yeah.
If
With
you-
help of
It will,
physical
it
surgery.
will connect together the veins so that the blood will be pumped around the limb, and you won't bleed out.
Eris will offer help with anything, even if it's just cure light wounds that she has.
Would cure light wounds help the reattachment process?
A man will actually exit out of one of the houses around here.
Oh no.
Oops. Oh, you mother. Okay.
Ah, fantastic. Good grief, what happened to him?
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
You violated a curfew, sir.
Good lord, I didn't know there even was one. Can I help any of you at all?
I don't have a foot. It's on the cobble.
Oh boy, hang on, give me a second. Who the blazes let all these bloody animals around? Come on, get! He'll slap the horse on the ass and it'll trot off. Ooh, I've gotten several hitboxes melded together. Don't mind me.
Hey, Bill.
Ah, hell's bells, he really got the business end of it.
Hey, Bill.
You lot are with what's his face? The gentleman with the stupid hat, correct?
I point with my good hand at the gentleman with the stupid hat.
No, not that one. The other one, Farrand.
Sure.
You may recall.
Yeah.
He sent me to get you. He said he'd heard on the grapevine that things weren't going so well. He hired me to get you out of here.
Can you look at my arm real quick?
1 second.
I say as it slowly reconnects together.
Okay, follow me. We'll do triage here. You're in luck. I'm away man medicine. Here, let me see what I can do to patch you all up.
My house is a classic.
We've got a boat prepped.
Where's the boat?
If you follow me, I've got a, I'd say smuggler's way through, but I've got a little, what's that word they use again? That little bordage, so to speak. A little private harbour. Dock underneath some of the stonework here. Goes out into the old catacombs. We've got a little sloop, it'll take you out to our ship and we'll get you out of here. The whole Galtic League has been called down on your heads because of that, whatever the thing was you saw. You're in luck. I happen to be too expensive for most of the Galtic League to afford. And Farron did say that he did owe you a favour.
I'm supposed to shoot this guy in the head.
Are you saying that out loud, or?
No. I'm
Okay.
thinking out loud, though. I would not say that out loud.
It's important to ask, because Saucy's in the party, and he's been prone to do things like that.
Yeah.
That's on his theme song. Hang on.
Was there, a time thing, like, oh, the first time I see him, I can shoot him, or I need to shoot him, or something?
You are asked to do so when you see him.
Okay, so...
Here's my card. He'll hand over a very familiar card.
Are me and Farron on good terms?
Yes, very good terms. Farron and yourself go back a long ways.
Alright.
His card is the exact same one you found earlier with the warning on. Name's George. Most people just call me Suicide King. I'm going to take it out of here. Don't ask about the name. It's a long story.
It is a good story, though.
You win one game of cards and suddenly people hold it against you.
Yeah.
But you and I, my good sir, and he'll prop up your collar, are going to make you disappear, because everyone think that you went on your merry way off this mortal coil, and no one will be the wiser.
Yeah.
He'll reach into a black bag. He'll reach out, take out a black bag, unfurl it. It's like a suit bag in full extension. And inside he'll pluck out he'll take out a suit. He'll peel off what looks like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
It'll expand into a full-size skeleton, and as he shakes it, it will slowly fill out with flesh until it looks exactly like you, Saucy. The difference being, it is a carcass. something of a speciality of mine. Loop, and he will move over and hurl the carcass onto the spikes on the railings. One must be consistent after all. If you want to rough him up on the way out, if any of you have any grudges against him that you want to work out of your system, so to speak, that's you'd be my guest. That carcass is there, it's yours. That's part of my deal with Ferrand.
Harry will immediately throw a brick at each kneecap.
They sail off into the night sky. The brick does not slow down, it just like Gmod clips through. So, any other business, or shall we get going? He looks down.
Let's get going.
Can my crab come with? As Aris will point towards the crab that is awfully...
Bring the crab! Bring the crab!
They can outswim my little sloop anyway. We're only going to be moving very slowly. Don't worry. You and I and everyone you know are going to be best of friends. And we're all going to make an awful lot of money.
Why?
I like money.
Let's get you stitched up, sir. He'll basically staple the foot back on. With a sail that kind of seals up the... That should tide you over till we can get you some proper triage work. We've got a surgeon on standby for any injuries.
Also, Constable Maggot will kind of fold up a Tesco bag and then use it as a tourniquet.
Good shot, boys and girls. Good shot. So, my suggestion to you, think of a new name. I know some people do struggle with it, but what is your name again? Ferrand told me, but I'm terrible with them. Don't even remember my own half the time. He's talking to you, sort of. He also might be indisposed.
Uh-oh. Again?
He's a busy bugger today.
Yeah, I know, he's working though.
Yeah.
He's on the grind.
Blame the feds.
Sigma grinds it.
Just blame the feds. Bill, I did whisper something to you.
Yeah. I would put it that...
I'll look over and say, Kravis Catch is name.
Look on the bright side. New beginning. You can't possibly do worse than the last time you were named. Iterations of it gauche, don't you think? And Bird,
Yes.
there are some things with which you don't fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know what you're dealing with right now.
What are my instincts telling me?
Telling you bad things all around. If you listen to your instincts, you probably wouldn't have made a deal with them to begin with.
Well... yeah, fair enough. Is he facing me?
He is speaking to Saucy, so he's looking up. You don't think that both of his eyes work.
Can I roll a heal check to figure out which one doesn't work?
You get the feeling that you're in his blind spot right now. I'll give you that for free.
Okay. I pull out the Derringer and fire right into his... Okay, yeah, sorry. Right into his blind eye. As that is hilarious to me. That sure is a 13.
So that sure is a 1. So he didn't see that gun. However, that will probably not beat the rest of the party if they want to interject.
Okay, so do we notice Bud just...
You have a perception check, and you need to beat DC 13.
Alright.
Don't roll a 1, basically. I don't know what your perception checks are like.
One moment.
If you're preoccupied with another activity, you may be taking penalties. Some of you have got limbs missing. You will be taking a -4. Eris does not spot it. Maggot spots it. And it will be up to him whether he interjects.
As he sees him pulling the gun,
Mott
Maggot's
stares at you.
instincts kick in,
My fucking Christ! Can I get a shot off before him?
and a Tesco bag begins making
A Tesco bag is translucent, so you can make the shot.
Somewhat.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll make the shot
it's
then.
transparent. So
Okay.
What minus do I get for using my
I'll
offhand?
figure it out on my end.
Okay, I'll just roll it then.
But you're about to have a bad time.
Sure, it's. I think that hits its touch.
Roll again.
Roll again. Okay, sure.
Bruh.
Okay.
Roll again. How appropriate.
Almost.
Very appropriate.
It's really good for once.
Could you roll me a D114?
Yeah, I can roll a D114. 114.
So
Wasn't it D113?
yes, I know. I've added an extra one at the end.
I see.
Okay, 75.
Target's head no longer ages. Well, that's unfortunate. This is bad.
Whoa, what does
As
this mean?
The last thing you do, right as the bag goes over your head, and you start to your life flashes before your eyes. You cock the hammer and pull the trigger.
What happens?
As the bullet goes through his head, cleanly, at the other side. And he looks at you. Kind of stunned haze.
My mouth is open in this Tesco bag. Stunned.
Why'd you have to fucking go and do that?
How many bolts are in this Derringer?
Okay, could every single person in the party make a fort save, please?
Sure.
Mm,
Oh,
I'm
boy.
sorry. I made a promise, and I do go out with them.
Okay,
Okay, that was for me. Let me see for Saucy.
wait, 22.
Dash.
Awfully high. This makes me scared.
So it's
okay. Con,
And this.
who's the third who's the 19?
Oh, Saucy Nat 1.
Oh,
Fun.
that's,
Oh,
That's
the 19 would be, say, the Grand Vizier.
I don't care.
okay. Grand Vizier is fine. Eris is fine.
Saucy
Everyone
rolled
out-
a nat 1.
Everyone else failed their save the death.
Oh, fuck.
Does it bypass immunities?
Yes, because it's it's massive damage.
Cool.
No, my crab.
The crab is, to be fair, the crab was going to get, the crab, and just literally crumbles to fucking dust. Most of you have now, some of you now find yourselves with a ruptured skull. As
So
you
I-
now have exit wounds.
So I passed, right?
Yes.
I rolled the. Okay, just making sure.
As you're left, as majority of the party slump to the ground, Saucy's head explodes off his shoulders.
Yes, I killed him! Yes!
Yay!
Let's fucking go!
They'll be
Unfortunate-
glad to find 2 saucies.
I don't react like that in character, though.
How unfortunate. Oh, just Saucy, you wake up in your bed.
Saucy, how was your nap?
You try and look up, but you can't see.
Getting cocked blocked again.
You just... Saucy, you... As far as you know, you've really... It's been a while since you've been able to see this. Why you hire these idiots? You remember a long while ago, you were playing a playground. Just swinging the swings as normal. When one of the chain links on the swing gave way, and you landed face first in the gorse bushes, and unfortunately the thorns robbed you of your sight at an early age. Ever since then, you've been using your family's fortune to pay these adventurers to kind of live vicariously through them. Meanwhile, we get to reveal the final assassin of the night. As unfortunately, our dear friend Saucy has been the victim of, well, a little exploitation. Our good friend Saucy here, our good friend, the noble were-rat kindred, Ketch. When you fuck around with time, specifically when you mess around with the flow of it, resetting it over and over again, it's like warming up metal. If you keep bending it, eventually it'll give. So when someone who's after a rune that allows someone to bend time to the start of a day, whenever he sleeps, when you take that rune from him, he has avenues to reclaim it. So obviously, as your employer, well, he hired someone who could deal with the issue, nip it in the bud. You could never see, so you could never read a rune. As the this entire evening, whenever you happen to die, a few times it happened, I was rolling for a enemy that wasn't quite on screen. I'd like to introduce you to Chronophage Larpok, the man who sprinkled the rust powder on the chain link on the swing that gave way, that robbed you of your sight and prevented you from reading the rune retroactively. And my contingency in case this session overran.
God, I hate time shit so fucking much.
Everyone else does, boy. That's why that's why it's good to only use it in one shot. But it's good for a contingency plan, I'll do.
I mean, fair enough.
Also, that is unironically also a listed encounter on this fucking encounter listing I've been using for this evening.
Getting cock-blocked by time.
Oh, you still managed to kill Saucy. You just reset the timeline. And now he doesn't have the ability to reset time.
So you killed
Now
him.
he's
Wow.
now he's just a blind man surrounded by mercenaries. And as a show of gratitude, Bird, for completing the mission for your good friend Wrong Tom, you have your memories from the last cycle.
Hell!
And your Darren Crystal has one more bullet.
Do I get a feeling that I can... What does Tom... What's the feeling I get from Tom? What's the message of this? I don't understand.
One really shouldn't trust people who look like this. And before we say our goodbyes for the night, ladies and gents, for a successful little exhibition, I will now show you the ones you could have run into.
Oh god.
Oh, here we
yeah.
go.
Oh,
Let's
goody.
go.
First, we have our show of force here. Here's our good friend Suicide King,
Hell yeah.
who I can reveal to you. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's Suicide King's gimmick. His power is very simple. You know how nilbogs reflect damage?
Yeah.
Whenever Suicide King is injured, the injury is spread to anyone around him instead of him taking damage.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
It has a range, and, well, when one finds out they have certain powers by a botched suicide attempt, that's the name.
Oh, that makes sense.
When you jump off a roof and you hit the ground face first and it kills everyone on the street, you tend to make it a point in life to make sure people know how to do that shit, personally.
This is fucking JoJo stand bullshit.
You try and help people out on their way in life and try and do a little good to make sure people feel like there's an outlet other than, the big oof in the sky.
Oh yeah, by the way, I do shoot Saucy in the head with that Derringer. Just making sure.
It was implied, don't worry. Here we
Okay.
have the lovely Lady Nightingale, who was not the halfling woman that Saucy copped off with. She was going to show up afterwards, but we were a bit pressed on time, and I rolled for her incinerate. She was going to show up after the one night stand. So the rolls went in your favor. Her method of attack, attacking people, I can reveal, is the fact that dress there is not a dress. It is essentially a jumpsuit hiding the fact that it is actually two trained cassowaries.
Huh. Oh, number 1 and number 2.
You would be in danger.
If these guys roll a nat 6 on their d6 for their attack, I roll the dice again until I stop getting 6s.
Holy shit, this is fucking orc bullshit. Jesus Christ.
Here we have the Velvet Knight, a knight garbed head to toe in velvet-lined armor. So he can sneak
I'm
up
sad
on
we
people
didn't get
and
this.
sneak attack them with his greatsword. He was actually in the last scene you were in, hidden behind a fence. But took one look at what went down and left.
I get paid for this shit. Oh wait, also, does that mean I have a full dagger now?
No, the dagger is missing.
Fuck! Can't have good shit.
Behold, the great god Dan.
Hell
Ham?
yeah.
Okay.
This is a returning fan favorite, the great god Dan, disgruntled janitor extraordinaire. He was actually on the map you're in. See, he's right here.
I'm noticing a theme here.
Dan was actually one of the few characters who was not on the random list. There is Stanton Drury. His gimmick is he will shoot you. He will wait until he runs into you on the street. He will throw a lasso around your neck and drag you behind his horse.
That's hilarious.
He's more vanilla than the other ones. And finally, but by no means least, it's your boy, Milo.
Oh, I'm
This
sad
isn't
we did him.
this isn't on the chart either. He's actually just at the top of the right hand end of this screen, along with Pan. They weren't really intended as a combat encounter. They're just kind of an anomaly to run into. And of course, we have our Stanton, our and of Goran. But I hope everyone enjoyed that, because I certainly had a good time running it. Did everyone enjoy themselves?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Very, very amusing.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Yes, sorry that I couldn't interact much because of circumstances. Also, Bill, you blinded me and killed me. Why, you bastard?
I
gotta
didn't.
add, ha.
What? I didn't do anything to you.
The dice.
It was me.
Oh, dude, Bird, actually.
Who pulled the trigger?
I did.
Who rolled the nat 1 for Saucy?
My long-term plan has paid
Saucy's
off.
ability to make people roll nat 1 seemingly at will has finally backfired on him. Got them killed.
No, I naturally am unlucky, so I don't roll above a 10 90% of the time. So making the nat 1 rate very high for me. God. It is very fitting.
a good number of these I shall give shout-outs to goblinpunch.blogspot.com, as far as I'm concerned, like one of the preeminent blogs for old school revival content, from whom I took the assassins listings. So things like the mammoth, the guy on the mammoth with the harpoon, the Molotovs, and almost everything else, all from him. The gore officer is a variation on his psychic gore police class that he wrote. All excellent work. I encourage you greatly all to go out and seek his stuff. Great sources of inspiration.
I read his druid shit. Jesus Christ.
Oh, that'll be coming up.
Also, GG, everybody. I had a great time.
I
Thank
win.
you for letting me.
Again, I'm hoping everyone had a nice time. And hope to see those of you who are watching at home, who I thank very much for coming here.
Yeah, and also... Sorry, just want to say thank you to everybody who donated from all of us here. Thanks. And hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, Bill, didn't mean to cut you off.
No problem at all. And hopefully we should be getting back in touch with you lot for the next round of things, where we'll be moving on to a new team and a long-term campaign.
Yeah,
fingers
it will.
Crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully, I need to get on the ball and make sure that the other people that I've invited who gave me a tentative yes are actually like actual yeses on it, and that I didn't screw something up as I am often want to do. It will not be Spoon. I can tell you guys that automatically. He is not a fan of D&D, so he will not be.
Of course not. He can't read.
Why do you say that?
Well, he's Dutch.
Oh, okay, yeah, true. I wasn't sure if it was going to be African or utensil joke, but actually
No.
Dutch was the right go-to.
I'm joking, of course. He's not Dutch. He's Irish.
Oh, even worse.
Anywho, so that going forward, it will be a sustained campaign. It won't be like a one-shot, or in this case, a two-shot. Bill, again, wanted to give everybody a kind of idea of how the game works. And thank you so much to everybody who's played here, who are all pretty veteran players to give us a good show, I think. I thought it was really fun.
Wait.
I suggest you make a deal with a person who is probably Mephistopheles. It is 10 out of
You got a
10.
better deal than when Layman did it and just made it rain dolphins for a while.
I know!
And Wrong Tom's probably easy to work with than
I
say,
forgot that's how
Dagon.
that ended up happening. Was that because I thought he was just tricking the system? I didn't really understand that he made a deal with Mephistopheles to make it rain dolphins.
That was Dagon.
Oh, it was Dagon.
That
Okay.
was way
Yeah, that
worse.
makes
right.
In the same setting, in the same canon.
Mhm.
Look forward to that one coming up. Be that as it may. Any other words from our excellent players here?
Thank you for having me on. I had fun as always. My goals of killing Saucy many times have succeeded. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for having me on this time. And, sorry about the craziness of today.
that's okay, Saucy. We tried to summon you with the spirit bomb of Booba, of Goblin Booba.
waifus.
Did not work.
I'll say, having Saucy communicating to us via fucking Ouija board is perhaps the best part of this, because it gets to show you precisely how kind of grifty you need to be to get games off the ground. You need to really learn to adapt to this shit. The amount of times I've had people come, like, attend games via the most bewildering of sources, like Skype games. I've had IRL games where people had to have come in through Skype and have a webcam pointed at the physical board.
Yep.
So this is pretty tame by comparison.
Well, we've got technology somewhat, so.
And ask anyone around here, they know that.
It's not brought in on. It's not Discord via a 3DS browser. So
Could always be weird.
Or a jailbroken PSP.
I'd probably
God.
the
Smart
jailbroken
fridge.
PSP over the DS.
Well, it's a 3DS, so
Oh, 3DS,
you
okay.
could do this in 3D.
That's
You
true.
can see your rolls fuck you over in 3D.
So you can watch
Throw the
Roll20.
dice right at me in 3D. Wow.
The dice feel real, guys.
Just like in real life when the DM throws dice at you because you're such an insufferable piece of shit.
Just like the simulations.
So shall we have a sound off from our illustrious team?
Yeah, I think just again, just to be clear one more time, I think there will be 2 shows. It will be either every other week. We have to finish nailing down the calendar, but there will be a show for the. Are we still going through with this? I think so, right?
The current plan is to have the primary team, which we will announce the official roster soon.
Mm-hmm.
The other, we will have people in the wings ready to run one-shots, which may or may not be televised, depending on the preference of the team in question.
How the players want.
Most of us are working in places where it's,
I also know that not everybody wants to have their stuff recorded when they're trying to have a fun game.
Especially on the first time, good grief.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Although, nothing wrong with that. If you're interested in playing, though, again, there is a link to the Broken Crown server in the description. There will be a link to the Discord that we've made just for this show next week, I think, so that once it's a little bit more taken care of, more cleaned up and ready to go, so that if you want to play D&D, if you want to learn more about D&D, or, well, not just D&D, I should be honest, more any tabletop games, a lot of people here are other people to ask about it. And we'd love to see you all participate, either playing or watching, giving super chats and influencing the pattern of events. Whatever you'd like to do. Thank you guys, though, for showing up. Again, this will be in addition to the regular thing that Spoon and I do at least every week, our regular news stream. This is just for fun, so we can all hang out and have a good time. And thanks for showing up again, guys. Again, next week will be the start of the longitudinal campaign.
Well, not necessarily start. We'll be
starting next week. The preparations will be done.
Yes.
Yeah, and it should be. Can I say that the goal is to torture influencers?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just.
You think I do this to make people have fun? Have you looked around? I tricked them into murdering themselves. then delete a man's eyeballs via time magic. Like, do I look like I'm here to fuck around? So
if you want to see Bill torture influencers, that will probably be the normal course of things.
Indeed. So, shall we have a sound off to say our good night?
Yeah, sound off.
Okay, taking it from the top. Bird?
Thank you for having me. I hope I can join again sometime as an NPC or something. Have a good night.
Han.
All hail the Bazov Brigade. Slava Greggs. No nonsense. Simple as.
Stolzy, if you're available.
There's no goblin short.
It was great fun. Hope I can join again. Also, I love the torturer. I'm a masochist, so there you go.
Thanks, Saucy.
Thanks for watching. Very cool.
All right. I think with that, thank you guys for watching. Again, I do hope that y'all find this somewhat enjoying as a break from constant politics. I think it's a nice break. It's a good way to get away from that stuff. Although, one last thing, I think there will be, if you've not noticed, some political and the current event references. Anywho, again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys. I will see you on Wednesday. And of course, I'm always around on the Discord. Talk to you later.
Indeed.